Hello everyone, welcome for episode 2 of the Darkest Files. Today we're jumping into our second case, which is the final case of the series. So, let's jump into it.
Esther, come on! You are so bad at this.
Oh, this is probably like a memory.
You have to count loudly.
Oh, it's perfect.
No. And no peeking.
But I wasn't peeking. 10,
9, 8,
8, 7,
6.
2,
Oh, you skipped.
0.
Let me put the camera a bit more up. I don't know why it's so low.
Ready or not,
It's
here I
fine.
come.
Oh, here we go. Where is he? Oh.
Where could you be? Maybe under the table?
Cold.
Oh.
Are you behind here?
Even colder.
No fair. It has to be warm somewhere. How about in the wardrobe?
You are so bad at this, Esther.
Okay, how about here?
Stop. It's not fun. Where are you? Lottie, where? Oh, right.
Where was she? Now I'm curious.
Good morning, Miss Katz.
Oh, more puns.
There are some new letters for you. I left them on your desk.
Thank you. Much appreciated. Aha. Let's have a read. There is no appointment scheduled for today. Great. Compulsory first death sentence in Budapest uprising trial. Okay. Transcript. Esther, my darling, I know it has only been a week since we talked, but it feels so much longer. I'm writing this in the evening while waiting for your father. It's the first moment I had to catch my breath since we landed. We're going to the theater tonight, and as per usual, he can't find his necktie. This man would be lost without us, wouldn't he? New York has beauty to it that the pictures can't translate. You can just feel the hopes and dreams of the people here. It's nothing like Frankfurt. Unfortunately, you can also smell them. Not to even mention the unspeakable state of the trash in the streets. Still, it's a magical place and we have barely started exploring. It is such a pity you couldn't get the time to join us. You more than deserve the stellar work you've done with the insurgents of yours. Your Bauer has no idea the gem he has on his hands. You should be careful with him. Don't let him drag you down when he inevitably starts drowning. I hear your father's come up. You must be ready. Take care, my darling. And don't let yourself be work dry. Laugh. Naughty. Okay. Ah. 4th of April? Wait. Is it syncing to my dates? Because today's the 4th of April. I'm recording
There's
this.
a man here asking to see
No,
you.
it's the 3rd of April, man.
Walter Hentz? I don't think he has an appointment.
Oh.
Did he say what he wants from me?
He says he has a case about one Miss sorry, one moment. He wants to talk to you about one Anna Kazmirek.
I wonder what's that about. I'll be with him shortly in the conference room.
New file, new info, new data. Cool moon, cool drawing. Nice drawing. Open door, let's walk. Pet cat. Cat must be pet.
Don't
Pet.
you look majestic up there? Keeping watch?
Pet cat.
Where? Oh. How did she get...
Pet
Oh,
cat.
hello, Marlene.
Good cat.
Oh, I'm glad you are so cooperative.
Oh. Hidden interaction.
Oh, hello, Marlene.
Can I do something else? Talk to the cat.
Meow.
Understandable. Have a great day. Okay, let's see.
Good morning. I've been told you wanted to see me. Mr. Hentz, was it?
Walter Hentz, a
A
pleasure.
pleasure.
You're the one from the old man, right? What was the rebel with the flag?
Yes, that's me.
Is this the only case you have ever solved?
Can you just get to the point?
Nervous, aren't we? Well, I'm here on behalf of my wife. She wishes she could do it herself, but her health isn't what it... Honestly, Tessie's never been a beacon of health, but it has been getting worse and...
Mr. Hens, the case?
It's about her girl, Anna. Anna Kazmirek. She was only 19 when they killed her.
Oh.
When they, had her killed.
What do you mean by that? Who had her killed?
You lot. Lawyers, judges, the whole circus. Sent her to the guillotine for looting, called her a traitor to the nation. She was innocent.
You'll have to explain that.
That's why I'm here. Do you remember the bombing of Brunswick in '44?
Of course. October, right? Left the whole city on fire.
Definitely knew it.
Yes. It was like the whole world was burning.
Oh, here we go.
I doubt any words could ever give it justice.
The recreation scenes
Tommies
are
hit us
amazing.
overnight. They lit the whole city like a Christmas tree when they started the firestorm.
Welcome back, OJ.
Come morning, nothing was left of the old town, and not much of everything else.
Christmas tree? That's a peculiar analogy.
Not really. It's how we called their markers. They drop flares of various colors, lighting up the panorama like, well, a Christmas tree.
A firestorm?
That's what it's called. Have you ever seen a pillar of flame rising to the sky, Miss Katz? Not a sight I'd wish on anybody.
Is there anything else to interact before I interact with it?
That's terrible. I am sorry I have to ask, but how is it connected to the case?
Anna lost everything that day, other than her mother. Their place was hit by a bomb. The whole block, gone in an instant. Not a stone left standing.
My God.
Her mother? You mentioned she's your wife?
Yes, Tessie, Teresa Hens. She came to Brunswick with her husband after the First War, had Anna on the way, in a train car. She had always been delicate, both in her body and, well, you know, mind. Again, she sends her apologies for not being here herself.
Oddly accurate.
Tell me about Anna.
She was a good kid, no matter what they say. Mixed parentage from her mother's side, Prussian-Polish family. It earned her more than a few side eyes. Anna had to work hard for it. Someone had to look after the family. But she was a young girl. She wanted to have fun when she could.
When did you and Teresa marry?
A few months after the execution. It wasn't love, just the right thing to do. With Anna gone, she had no one to take care of her, and she was in no position to provide for herself. I was doing well with my pub, so I offered to help. It's not the most romantic of stories. The morning after the bombing, Anna went to the ruins. Spent the whole day digging through the rubble, searching for, well, anything.
Dang.
You mean the ruins of the house?
Yes, an older tenement house for some of the lower classes. Not the first place they lost. Believe it or not, it was actually their third home destroyed by the bombings.
You said she was sentenced for looting. I'm sorry, but I have to ask. Did she loot anything?
No. She had found a few things, but everything belonged to her or her mother. Anna was no thief.
Oh.
Were you there with her?
If only, but I was nowhere near.
So it's
I
my...
only learned about any of this when it was already too late. It happened a few days later. I was at my place when Heidi came, begging for help.
Were you affected by the bombing?
No, I had a small apartment above my pub. Luckily, it was out of the way, so the Tommies didn't target that area.
And who's Heidi?
Grunewald, Heidi Grunewald. A close friend of Anna. Both of them had been assigned to the same emergency shelter.
Oh.
She asked for your help? Help with what?
Someone had planted a suitcase in Anna's room and accused her of stealing it from the ruins. The police came and, for some reason, the bastard seemed dead set on making the accusation true. That's what it was about at first. No treason, no looting, just a simple theft. And not even that was true.
Is there anything else to interact, just in case I'm missing?
What did you do?
I followed her to the shelter, of course, running through the city. But we were too late.
No, don't tell me.
The bastards must have grown tired of Anna denying their accusations, decided to make her confess. They beat it out of her. By the time we arrived, they were long gone, leaving the kids. It was bad.
Is there anything else I can interact in this room before I go? Okay, so it's both the same.
Kids? Somebody was still there?
Yes, two of them. Anna's boyfriend. I don't remember his name. I'm sorry. And the Becker's girl, Emilia. Poor sods. They saw it all and couldn't do jack to stop it.
Dang.
What can you tell me about Anna's boyfriend?
They had dated for a while. Can't say how long.
Oh.
I've seen him around, but I can't say I remember much. Military sort, I think. Heidi would know more. You'll have to ask her.
Emilia Becker. Who was she?
Her family was also placed in that shelter. Shop owners. Local girls, stuck up. They knew each other with Anna and Heidi. I don't think they got on too well.
Oh, that's a lot of
I
information.
kept it together as much as I could. Tried talking to them, get them to tell me what happened. Wasn't an easy job.
Hello, Rig.
Where was that?
Can't give you the address. It was a temporary emergency shelter, one of many. A once upper-end flat, run down and filled with as many people who lost their homes to the bombing as they could squish. Cramped, but a roof over their head.
How did Heidi react?
Bad. She took it hard. Not one to cry, though.
Can
she
imagine.
went with anger instead. Started yelling at the boy that he was supposed to keep them there. Didn't get much of a reaction.
The boyfriend, what did he do?
He was curled up in a corner, sobbing, a sad sight. Wouldn't calm down. For a long while, he didn't even respond to anything we said.
Dang. That's quite heavy.
The Becker girl, what was she doing?
Avoiding us. She had locked herself in her family's room before we arrived and refused to come out.
So, what happened? What's the case?
The case is that Anna was innocent and they took her. They beat her. They killed her. Tortured her until she said what they wanted, confessed to something she didn't do. And then they cut her head off.
Dang. Let's see if there's anything hidden to interact with. That is really harsh indeed. I think that exit the memory, so I'm just gonna keep going just in case.
Can you tell me something more about this Heidi Grunewald?
Local girl, strong, hard. All of the Grunwalds were. Good people, but poor people. And quite a lot of them, each with a mouth to feed. Heidi was yay big the first time they pulled her. Gave the rascal her first night in a cell. Pickpocketing. Gave her a job right after that, to keep her off the street. Gave one to Anna soon after. They were already friends.
Looks like I missed some interactions. Oh,
Mr. Hens, why did she come to you specifically?
I had some previous encounters with the Force, unavoidable for a business owner. Well, let's not sugarcoat it. I had a file at the district. Nothing serious, but enough for me to learn how to talk with the blokes. Even find a few sympathetic ears down at the station. Heidi hoped I could talk to them.
now I need something more to interact. Missing one. But I feel like I won't get it here. I missed it. Dang, that's a shame. Okay, so the yellow one, progress story. The blue one, give us more details. It's a good chance we won't find it here. Harsh, but it is what it is. I made a mistake. That's gonna... Wait. Oh, it just turns invisible. I should go back in the other area so I can kind of study it more, but like...
The next day, they put her on trial.
Damn it.
A sham. Nobody was allowed to testify. There was no proof. Her lawyer just sat there, silent. And they changed the accusation, made it a case of looting instead of theft. A treasonous act for some reason.
And that's why they gave her the death sentence?
Yes, some law allowed them to do it, because they made her a so-called folk pest, a traitor.
Why did they change the accusation?
Ha! To hell if I know. Maybe they wanted a show. Or the policeman wanted a promotion and made it out to be a bigger crime. Or whoever made up the whole story of her crime decided it needed more flair. I tried to learn more on what really happened there, why it happened. But as a civilian, they wouldn't give me much. All I have is here. This and my wife. Once she feels better, she wants to testify.
Your wife's testimony? What could she tell us? Was she present at the arrest?
No, but they used her against Anna. A few days after the trial, they came demanding she denounce her own daughter. Threatened her with complicity, promised lenience if she cooperated. They fed her word for word the lies, the calumnies to write and sign about her own daughter, about that damn suitcase. She can tell you the truth. She wants to tell you the truth. She's adamant she can prove there was no crime in the first place.
Magistrate key was empty.
Mr. Hens, I'm terribly sorry. But while this story is awful, I am a prosecutor. It is not for me to prove people's innocence. On the contrary, I accuse them.
But you should accuse them, Miss Katz. All of them. Every single one of the bastards. The bastard who planted a damn suitcase in her room and called the cops, knowing full well it would get her killed. The policeman who tortured her until she said what they wanted to hear. Her lawyer, her judge, especially the judge.
I'll check what of this is actually punishable and whether we can start an investigation.
Oh.
Thank you, Miss Katz. Thank you. I leave our number with your secretary. We'll keep in touch regarding Tessie's health. Arrange a time for her to appear.
But I can't make any promises yet.
I know. Still, thank you for giving it
Giving
a
it a
chance.
chance.
The case might be for us after all. I'd better talk to Mr. Bauer.
Okay.
Miss Katz, it's always good to see you. I take it our unexpected guest has piqued your curiosity.
I didn't realize you knew about it already.
Miss Fisher keeps me updated, and I must admit, or Miss Kazimierek's case, I should say. I assume that is why he came.
So
Let's see,
you
let's
did
see.
already know about this?
Indeed, Mr. Hens tried to appeal Anna's verdict once before. Back in Brunswick, while I still held my position there. Didn't get the chance to work on it, unfortunately, but I did keep a close watch.
And this appellation was
I'm
unsuccessful?
investigating this guy now.
Quite. Dismissed before it even reached the court, on the basis of the report from her arrest. If I recall correctly, the prosecution decided that the word of a police officer must be trusted.
I think we should take this case.
Miss Katz, I understand your sentiment, but we don't really prove people's innocence here.
But we can prove other people's guilt. The crimes committed against Miss Kazmierek, our victim.
An interesting approach. Very well, color me intrigued. What are
Okay.
your leads?
Mr. Hens gave me two names, Heidi Grunewald and Emilia Becker. Both of them had previous history with Miss Kazmierek and were present at her arrest.
Their testimonies would make for a good
Yeah.
starting point. But there is more, I hope.
Yep.
There are a few witnesses to Anna Kazmierek's arrest I still need to identify. The policemen themselves, of course, and the victim's boyfriend. Sadly, Mr. Hens couldn't remember his name.
It should easily come up in the investigation. Same case for the officers.
Okay, okay.
But there is more, I hope.
There's the victim's mother, Teresa Kazmierek. She's now married to Mr. Hens. She wants to testify, but it's made difficult by her health. They'll be in touch as soon as she's able to come. She wants to set the record straight about a false opinion or testimony she was forced to give. And more importantly, she believes she can prove Anna committed no crime in the first place.
Ooh, the twist.
Oh, that would make the case quite a bit easier. Almost realistic.
Then there's the documents, of course, from the arrest and the trial. The denunciation itself, if we're lucky.
Wouldn't that be something? Very well, I don't think I have any questions. I agree it's a good case for us. For you, more specifically.
Okay, let's do this.
Yours, Miss Katz. The case of Anna Kazmierek versus, well, who? To start, there are three things I believe would serve you well to explore.
Tell me.
First, The inciting
Doesn't work.
incident. Why did the police come? How did they know about Anna and her potential crime?
That's true.
Then the most obvious, the beating. Did Anna confess of her own will, or was she coerced? And last but quite interesting, if the police were there to arrest her for theft, why was she tried for looting and treason instead?
True. Let's see.
Understood. Thank you, Mr. Bauer.
The pleasure's all mine, as per usual.
I should start with the files. If the case was investigated before, there should be something in the archive.
Easy.
And the law that Mr. Hens mentioned. I should ask Paula to find the exact reference.
Oh, be careful when you go downstairs. Someone just broke the window. Again. How did it go?
We have a new case.
Right, goes without saying.
We know, and we have the victim's mother willing to.
Yes, can't
Yep,
say
yep.
I need you to find me the decree about the folk pest law. It would seem it was used in Anna's case to justify a verdict.
Reich Law Gazette 168. This one I know by memory.
Just
I'll
give
have
me
a
the
copy for
written.
you,
Okay,
Baby.
thank you. I was like, do you gonna make me memorize it?
Heidi Grunewald, a friend, she's the reason why, and she might know the name of another.
Should I invite her?
Yes.
Yes.
On it.
The policeman who took Anna. I need to know how many there were. Anything you can find.
I'll do my best.
One of the witnesses, unfortunately, he was. I know there isn't much to go.
I'll do my best.
Thank you. Now let's go look for those files. Anna.
I never thought our office would be the crime scene. Or that I'd get used to it.
Dang.
Traitors. Very inventive.
Hmm.
Ah, the corpus delicti. Torn straight from the sidewalk.
Game looks gorgeous. Alright, so we
And
want.
what's that? Did someone forget their files?
By this?
Looks like something from Peter's investigation. It's not like him to just leave this lying around.
Ooh. So we want Anna. There it is. 5 AK 56. 5 AK should be the middle. 5 AK 56. There we go. There we go.
There's nothing left for me to do. I should call it a day.
Anna Kamenzer for the act of looting in voluntarily evacuation building. This special court in Brunswick recognizes it as right. The defendant Anna Kosme is guilty of all charges and as folks pest and traitor to the German police. Is therefore sentenced to death by guillotine. Fuck. The verdict is based on the defendant. We'll see. Yeah, I think so. Wait, hold on. Defendant's own confession given freely following her recognition by the victim. It had not been challenging in any capacity. Let be noted that there's no proof of witness for the defendant were present with the defense placing the sentence other discussion. Considering the lack of speakers of the defendant's character, her criminal predisposition as an undermatch of Slavic descent and the representable manner in which she had exploited gravest need of a fellow citizen, the punishment must be death, according to the one of the decree against public enemies, even youth accusation. What is this? Show transcript. I, Anna, a sound mind and body, and full awareness of my legal rights, hereby confess the crime in the morning of 16, following the bombing. Wow, okay. Can I open other files? Yeah, I can. I can actually look at other files. So there's one for Hitler, actually. Let's see. 9 hour 52. 9 hours here. 52. There it is. So there's like hidden things you can read. But we are here to solve crime. Let's go home. There's a broken window. Let's skip this. Oh, they fixed the window already. After the bombing. Let's go.
Yes, but I assure you, Mr. Volmut has your best in your post box. But these people are all. Yes.
That is
I
really super
understand.
fast.
I will tell Mr. Volmut.
Oh, getting sneak peeks here. I wonder what this is about.
Is everything all right, Paula?
Yes, Miss Katz. Everything's. No, everything's not fine. That was a horrible call.
I can imagine. Do you want to talk about it?
I really shouldn't without talking to Mr. Volmut first. He'll hear soon enough. It was one of Mr. Volmut's witnesses. She wants out.
Oh.
How important was this witness for Christoph's case?
It's going to be tough. He spent weeks prepping her. I won't be surprised if I find him sleeping in the office for the next couple of days.
Does this happen often?
It feels like every other week. Most of the time we can convince them to stay on, but it is getting harder.
Okay, looks like we might deal with it.
Don't let this grind you down, Paula.
I won't. Can't give them the satisfaction.
That means we are about to get the same treatment. Let's look at our daily thing. First witness will arrive soon. Found out names of the officers who arrested Anna Kasmink, Otto Wagner, and Klaus Nowak. I might know someone who could tell us more about them. Reach out. Okay, so...
An evidence form? Might be something worth looking into.
Officers were dispatched following the anonymous call from 20th of October 10, which reported suspect as theft. The caller alleged that Anna Kazmir was in possession of stolen suitcase. At the temporary lodging the suspect was staying at the time, the officer identified 4 people: Wolfgang Kirchmann, Hindi Gunn, Emilia Baker, and the suspect himself, Anna. So the thing is, there's a chance one of these people were the one who, you know, framed. Due to the fact revealed in interviews that the charge against Anna Kazmir had to be elevated in those of treason against the nation. Suitcase was recovered from the suspect's room. See form. Anna Kazmir has been admitted. It is. That's true. There he is. Wolfgang Kirchmann, Heidi, Emilia. So Wolfgang Kirchmann is the name. Has been admitted temporary holding cell to await trial. No, the following delivery of his passport, the junior watchmaster require administration of first aid. The junior watchmaster. Following the Mr. Rose in-depth investigation into the background of Anna, the following has been established in the regards to nature and character of the condemned. The person accused is a weak-willed, impulsive, frivolous girl who, even present time of need, does not have to boast about stronger sense of responsibility. Yeah. She is described as lazy, precocious, and self-centered since childhood. She had often been missing from work. She had been associated with criminals and individuals of low character. Those descriptions are even supported by her own mother, Teresa Kazmirek, who described her as naughty and responsible. Wow. Here's the pictures. An ID. And you can see the bruises as well. Okay, what else can we get here? So we're definitely going to want to show the abuse. So I'm going to mark this because I feel like this has potential. Doesn't let me bookmark it. That's fine. Mr. Council of Defense have reached decree with force law. Plunder and evacuate area. Who plunders, evacuate areas, or involuntarily evacuate buildings or room is guilty of treason to the nation and will be punished with death. Crimes during air raids. Who commits a crime against the body, life, property of a person affected ongoing air raids will be punished penalty up to life imprisonment and especially grievous cases with death. Crimes and endangering the community. So this is here. Who commits arson to other crimes endangering committing and thereby damage the ability of the German people to engage in nation defense punished by death. Use or conduct of war grounds increase criminal penalty. Anyone who commits a crime under the special circumstances induced by the conduct of war will be punished, overstepping the normal legal penalties with a penitentiary to up to 15 years, with life imprisonment or with death penalty, in accordance to the requirement of sound popular judgment and especially. Okay. So this important one would be this one. She applies to the person who incriminated her. Oh, okay, let's see. So this one is one, definitely important. Crimes during raids. Who committed crime against the body, life... Wait, crime endangering... Anyways, I'll leave it for now here. What is this? So this is the two suspects of cops that we have. Watchmaster, Junior Watchmaster. So it said here before... Where is it? We actually have like a little thing here. Where is it? No, there it is. Note. The following delivery of the suspect, the Junior Master required the administration of first aid. Why? Why did he need it? She is bruised. You can see the bruising. Okay. So far, we have a bit of case here. Has been rifle, folk, pest, and trader German police.
And
Okay.
evidence for?
Miss Katz, Heidi Grunewald is waiting for you in the conference room.
Perfect, thank you.
I have the distinct feeling that she doesn't like us very much.
Us? As in...
Lawyers, the state, the police.
Oh, sounds like trouble.
Oh.
Thank you, Paula.
Good warning. Okay, let's see. So, this is interesting, okay. That's a report. Okay, we have this background. So this is the war. The cops. Okay, there's the uniform. So is this? In early hours of the day, Broncos of this way. So this is the dates. I'm feeling like we might need them, but for now, we don't have anything to work with. Okay. Let's go.
Mrs. Grunewald, good morning. Thank you for coming on such a short notice.
As if I had the choice.
I wanted to talk to you about Anna Kazmirek. I believe you are acquainted?
Acquainted. Sure. What do you want to know? Other than her being innocent and you people having killed her?
Okay.
Tell
You
me
know what?
about
I
Anna's
could make
arrest.
this cold so that I blend
Really?
into this.
Sure you wouldn't rather talk about her heinous crimes? Tell me all about them? No? Alright. I bite.
There we go.
It was the morning of... I don't know. A few days after the bombing.
October 20th.
Sure. If you say so. We were in the emergency shelter. Somehow we all got assigned to the same one. Call it good luck or bad luck. Your choice.
Okay, let's see if there's anything blue to interact. Welcome back. Nothing to interact other than this.
What happened on that day?
We just come back from work with Anna. Graveyard shift at a munitions factory. For the glory of the fatherland. And all that.
Okay, few interactions.
What did a regular day at the shelter look like?
There wasn't anything regular about that time. Not yet. We'd only been there for 3 days? 4? It wasn't that different from our lives before, really. Not for me. We were piss poor anyway. Wake up, pray there's water in the pipes. Go to your shift, return there tired, repeat.
What happened to you during the bombing?
To me? Not much. I was working a night shift. At first I didn't even hear the bombs over all the machinery. How in hell did those bastards manage to burn the entire city except for the munition factories is beyond me.
Who lived in the shelter at the time?
Me and mine, the Grunewalds, a total of 7 people at the time. The Kazmireks, Anna and her mother, and unfortunately, the Beckers. 5 of them, and 5 too many.
The Beckers.
How were the tasks divided among the people in...
We were on rotation, every day different tasks for each of the rooms. Food, cleaning, making sure there's enough water and firewood. Of course, we'd always get the most work, as my family was the biggest.
Okay.
Tell me about the Kazmireks.
Good people. Both of them. Teresa's practically family now. We took her in after you people killed Anna. Without her daughter, she was all alone. But who cares? Right? You all got your dangerous criminal.
Tell me about the Beckers.
Butchers. Literally. They owned a family business for generations. A big point of
Welcome
pride for
back.
them. Up till a bomb fell right on it.
What can you tell me about this shelter?
Pigs
Hello,
took some
Gagon.
rich prick's house, robbed it of all valuables, and packed it full of homeless folk. We got 3 small rooms around the kitchen, 1 for each family.
Bang.
Tell me about your family.
Interested in the little workers. That's a new one. We weren't affected by the bombing as bad as many others. Didn't have much to lose to start with. There were a few of us, luckily. So we were able to scrap by.
Gonna go back to normal light. Just got it in my eyes. Okay. So it looks like we're gonna have to go into this room. Oh,
What can you tell me about your family's situation before the bombing?
Nothing exciting. We were at another temporary place, smaller than this one actually, so that was an upgrade. It was more of the same, surviving day to day, just with less other people having to do the same. It was a shit time.
Did you salvage anything from your old home?
Everybody did. The morning after the bombing, we went there with my brothers. Took a few bags. Couldn't fit even half of them. There wasn't much to find.
oh.
We were in my family's room, trying to get at least some shut-eye, when I heard someone yapping at the phone. It was Amelia. Amelia Becker.
Oh.
What was she saying?
I didn't catch all of it. Tried to block it out, actually. I just wanted to sleep. I got enough to understand. The cunt was talking to the police. ratting on some terrible robbery. How could I have known it was about Anna?
No.
Next thing I know, I'm woken up by someone's banging against the door.
Is there anything else I can interact here?
Who was it?
Greeners! Two of the bastards. Diligently responding to a bullcrap call. And what a pair they made. A tall twig of an idiot and a four-eyed geezer with the dumbest mustache. You could smell the alcohol on that one from across the room.
Could you please describe them for me?
He was way too tall, despite the constant hunch. It felt like he was trying to take up as little space as he could. Had the most punchable face I've seen in my life. Like a snooty baby that may start bawling at any moment. And he was clumsy. First he hit his head on the way in. Then he just kept dropping his notebook as they interviewed Anna.
This must be the
Could you please
leader.
describe them for me?
Creepy. That was my first and main impression. He was somewhat round. Not yet fat, but close to it. He had the most ridiculous facial hair, glasses, and he had this smile. This friendly smile.
Oh.
Constantly. Ugh. It was unnerving.
Did they say why they were there?
Sure. They were investigating a most serious crime and wanted to talk to Anna. Alone. Bastards invited themselves in before I could even say a word. And that would be when, using this mess as a distraction, Emilia planted the bloody thing.
There she is.
I'll need you to explain what you mean.
Oh, Sure. The suitcase she accused Anna of stealing. The one she needed the pigs to find. She put it in Anna's room herself. Had to back her lie somehow, didn't she?
Wow.
It was clear. They didn't want me present for their questioning. Fuckers had the nerve to pretend it was about Anna's privacy. I've expected they'd force me out right then and there.
There you go, that's Bob.
And did they make you leave?
No. Somehow Anna managed to convince them it was fine. That she didn't mind me there.
What did they want to know?
They asked about the suitcase. You know, the same one Emilia was planting in Anna's room right there and then. Did I mention that already?
Yes, you did, Mrs. Grunewald.
I know I did. I'm not an idiot. Just make sure it's easy to hear on that tape of yours. The idiots were convinced Anna stole it. And no matter the truth, they wanted her to admit it.
What did Anna tell them?
To go fuck themselves. No. That's what she should have told them. But she just denied it. What a load of crap. All they had was Emilia's made-up story. And here they were, swinging their shriveled... That's what I told them. They didn't like it one bit.
Oh, there's a few interactions here.
And who are greeners?
Schupo, obviously. Green uniform, overcompensating hat, gun and nightstick in case they don't like your face. I suppose you people didn't call them that.
How would you describe your relationship with Miss Kazmarek?
Our relationship? Anna wasn't a dyke if that's what you're getting at. She was like a sister to me. A better sister. One that I chose.
Ah, that's sad.
Next thing I know, Glasses pushes me out into the kitchen. Tells me to show him Anna's room. That's where she'd hide the haul.
There she is.
Did you enter Anna's room with the officer?
No. I just told him where it was. He wouldn't let me go in. Didn't want me tampering. So I waited outside in the kitchen with Wolf and that rat, Amelia.
Didn't you say Emilia was in Anna's room?
Not anymore. She left her proof and came back before anyone could notice. She just stood there with that smirk of hers. She was behind it all. We all knew she hated Anna. But this? She was trying to get her killed.
Do you remember what Wolf was doing?
Waiting, patiently. Naive idiot. He came for money, and it showed. Had no idea what any of this meant.
Were there any conflicts between the shelter's inhabitants?
Does a bear shit in the woods? The Beckers thought themselves better than everybody else, and made no secret of it. And everyone knew them for the shit-spewing assholes they were. And we were open about that as well. And Mrs. Hausler in the other section, always listening at the door, up in everybody's business. Nosy hack.
What can you tell me about Anna?
That you people killed her. But I might have mentioned that already. What is in the know-it-all? So stubborn. Could be such a pain in the ass. Never knew when to shut up.
What can you tell me about the conflict between Miss Kazmarek and Emilia?
What there's to say? Becca was a cunt. She had conflicts with everybody. Well, everybody without a dick. And something about Anna seemed to really piss her off from the start. Wolf choosing her was just a cherry on top.
Okay, there's some heavy stuff. Anything else I can interact in here? Okay, there's some more.
The pig didn't need much time for his search. Emilia must have left it easy to find. Her eyes lit up as soon as he came out of the room, suitcase in hand.
What did she do?
She told the pig the suitcase was hers. That the day after the bombing, she saw Anna take it from the ruins of her house. And for some reason, she insisted it constituted treason. Can you imagine? Even if Anna was guilty, which she wasn't, how would taking an old stinking suitcase be treason? That's just bullcrap.
Treason? One moment, I might have something about this.
Oh shit, I wasn't preparing about that. Okay.
Right. If what Emilia said was true,
It wasn't.
then with Anna's crime being looting rather than stealing, the Folkspest law would indeed qualify it as treason.
How many times do I have to say this? Anna didn't do anything.
Okay.
How did the officer react to all this?
He didn't even pretend to listen to anything Wolf and I said. But anything Emilia said, he ate it up. All of it. Every single word.
Dang.
What was in the suitcase? Can you describe it?
Beats me. I don't think I've ever seen it before. No idea where Emilia got it. It looked old, used, normal size, normal... It was a suitcase. It just looked like a suitcase.
Okay.
At At that point, I knew we needed help. I knew a man. I thought he might be able to help. And Wolf had his uncle.
This man you went to get help from.
Oh, wait. I think it's this one.
Would it happen to be Walter Hens?
Yeah.
How do you... You've talked with him already, right?
He brought us this case.
I suppose that makes sense. Yes, it was him. Not that he could help in the end. So, I had Hans. And Wolf had his uncle, so between the two of us, I figured...
Oh.
Please, continue.
I told Wolf to stall the fuckers. Keep them there. Myself, I went to get my man. I didn't even get down the stairs before it started.
Oh.
Before what started?
Is it really that hard to guess?
The beating.
Anna's testimony.
Ah. Hey, thanks for the resubbing.
Tortured her, went in hard judging
I
all the
forgot about
screams.
it. Thanks
It
for the
was-
resub.
Loud.
Oh shit. Thanks for the sub, Poppy.
And you just left?
What was I supposed to do? Kindly ask them to stop? Force them to stop? No, I know. I should have called the police, right? Yes, I still left. I ran even faster.
Is there anybody else who could have seen it?
I wasn't in the right space to check for that. Though, actually, I think I ran into one of my neighbors. Hausler. Old lady from across the hall. Yes, she even asked me, who are they taking? She was in another section on our floor. Such a nosy hack. Unbelievably good hearing for her age.
Might be useful.
She kept constant watch on everything that was happening.
I'm not gonna spend too much time looking at every single clue, so I'm just gonna keep
I did
going
find
through.
Walter. Not that it mattered. By the time we came back, Anna was already gone. There. That's what happened. What really happened. Not that you care.
But I do care, Mrs. Grunewald.
Sure. I guess we'll see about that, right? I won't hold my breath.
You do realize this hostility won't help anyone? My intention is to bring the people who wronged Miss Kazmarek to justice. I am not your enemy.
Then prove me wrong.
Thank you for your time, Mrs. Grunewald.
I hope I don't regret it.
Okay, what else do we have here? Invite the next outcast. The police report mentioned and evidence from I should try get it. Mesmer's also saw something, should check it out. Invite the next witness. Okay, a few things to do.
We have a name for the victim.
Wolfgang, yes. He was very easy to find one. He's still in the military as it turns out. A Hauptmann. Seems to be involved with the rearmament effort. Oh, and I have some good news.
What's the good news?
Mrs. Kazmirek, no, Mrs. Hens, agreed to a date for her testimony.
Oh!
Tentative for now, but I hear she's been feeling better. I put her on the calendar. We should have enough time to interview one more witness before her.
Good, thank you. Did you manage to contact him?
I've tried to reach out, but, well, the military is at best less than helpful. The message I got was politely worded, of course, but it comes down to us not being an important matter. I'm sorry, it'll take a bit longer to get him.
I need some additional documents.
Anything specific?
Mm-hmm.
The report from Anna's arrest mentioned an evidence form, but
It wasn't included.
Exactly.
I'll start looking.
There's
That
a
is-
chance one of the neighbors could know something about what happened. I was given one surname, Hausler. Could you look if we can contact her?
How are
There's
you
not much
finding
to
them
go
so
on, but I could
fast?
try. The shelter probably had some sort of list.
Oh, that makes
Another
sense.
thing. About the note you left me today. You think you have someone who would know our police officers?
Yes, potentially. My husband, his whole family, really, are police officers. Him, his father, brother, uncle, grandfather.
Grandfather.
It's a tradition he's very proud of.
Fair point.
Don't get me started.
I won't.
Thank you. Anyway, his brother actually lives and works in Brunswick. Brunswick, police officer. I figured I'd give it a shot and I wrote him a letter.
I need you to invite the next witness.
Who should I reach out to?
Okay, now we have one more. So he is difficult. I need to hear
Please invite the
Emilia.
neighbor, Emilia Becker.
On it. Anything else?
There's nothing left for me to do. I
Because
should
she's the
call it
one
a day.
accused, so we need to hear her side of story, see what happened. And then... Okay, is that everything? Call it a day and go home. Okay. Can I talk to him? She is super good.
Peters?
Oh, I didn't see you there. Sorry.
Are you quite alright, Peters?
Me? Well, do you remember our old lecturer? Small guy, ready?
I think yes.
And
God.
that
Okay, come on.
I found
Oh,
that was the Nazi file.
really?
Yes, really. Did you know he invited me for Easter? Lovely family.
What did you find?
Nothing good, I'm afraid. Hirschbach worked as a prosecutor. He was seasoned for starters. He sent people away cuts.
Oh.
Are you abs?
I double and triple checked. We were taught. I understand.
Oh, wow. Well, let's go to bed. Good night, everybody. Oh yeah, Puppy Bob mode works now. Guy gone painted it. One of the modes.
Paula's not at her desk.
Oh
She
no.
didn't say that she wouldn't be in today. Maybe she's just on an errand. Oh, there's new files in my inbox. Paula must have been in earlier. I wonder where she is.
Got an answer regarding the officers. My brother-in-law used to work in the Brunswick force. Leaving you his letter. I will let you know when the second witness will arrive. Okay, this is evidence from you asked me to retrieve. It contains various information regarding support stolen suitcase. Evidence form. I'm gonna add this bookmark. Definitely important. During the arrest of Anna Kazmirek, the watchmaster recovered the following objects. A leather suitcase, brown lining, strip, blue condition worn, estimate worth 3 Reichsmark. I don't know what that is. Clothing, women's blouse, white, women's blouse, black, scarf, red. Clothing matches description of reported stolen goods, estimate worth 2 Reichsmarks. Letters and documents, school transcript, crumbled, burned, grocery list, estimate worth. Personal items, postcards, circus, group photography, culture, various, estimate worth, yeah. Over estimate worth 6 Reichsmark. The items are to be held as evidence until after the court hearing, after which they can be returned to the victim or victims. Okay. Important thing to have. The thing is, Oh. She was actually more than eager to share her many, many notes with us. It was honestly rather difficult to get her to stop talking about them. The Selden gang came home drunk, woke me up. I'll give her hell in the morning. That soldier boy is talking up on the phone. Why is he always there? They came for the girl, finally never trusted her. Turns out she's a good for nothing thief. A looter. Kind officer said there's a difference. Showed me the suitcase she took. Offered him a cigarette in return, which he gladly accepted. Said his colleague is a religious non-smoker, constantly bugging him about the health effects. What nonsense. I hope to take the horde next. Oh, the Hubbard dog is barking again. What? Wait. The Cedar girl came home dry, woke me up. I'll give her hell in the morning. No, I can't. There's like, there's more. Rudolph found my mother's rosary under the bed. What a relief. I bet it was that girl with the curly hair. Must have brought it back. Must have felt guilty. The Becker girl is on the phone. She sounds upset. The toilet is clogged again. Okay, hold on. The toilet is clogged again. Hold on. The toilet is clogged again. It must have been the mere kid from upstairs. Saw her sneaking around. Why does she get to stick around when good people like Uta died in the fires? Hubbard dog is barking again. The little soldier boy is back. He's friends with that unreasonable woman. Sometimes I hear them through the wall. Disgusting. Alright. I'll go back. Here we go. The Saturday girl came home drunk, woke me out. I'll give her hell in the morning. The soldier boy's taking up the phone. Why is he always there? They came for that girl. Finally. Well, the soldier boy could be a suspect. Okay, let's continue on. I looked at the counter. Officer said there's a difference. Show me the suitcase you took. Offer him. True. Okay. Well, we'll see. Add to case file. It seems like my old contact to the police proved to be rather helpful. Paula, it has been simply too long since we heard from you. Make no mistake, you will have to tell me all about this new job of yours. As for your question, I do remember some of it. Mostly the chaos. Work was pandemonium for weeks after a bombing. No sooner did the fires die than all of the Russia decided they needed the police help. Yes, we did have Klaus Nowak Otto Wagner working here. The first retired a few years back, but Wagner still works at a district office. From what I've heard, they were known to be quite the bullies when it came to confessions. That Kazmir case, one of them must have beaten up the girl so bad he injured his wrist. There's the injury. Alright, mark that. Add to bookmark. I checked the album and found a photo with them. One's from the old boys pub, a few days after the bombing. Noak's is in the center and Wagner's on one farm, mostly cut off. There it is. Klaus and him. He was quite tall. There, and then mostly cut off. Yeah, we know. There it is. Call type theft. Male caller report incident of theft following the bombing. Name suspect. Suspect apprehended, confessed to the crime. There's another one. Female caller report incident of the missing items. Officer dispatched. No suspect could be found. So it's not this one. Looting. Female caller report incident of looting witness at bombing residential. Suspect found and apprehended. So I think it's either this one. See, it says looting and then female caller report incident of looting witness. And apparently the other person was claiming it was looting. What? An abortion code known. Yeah, but the thing is, male caller report incident of theft following the bombing. Name suspect. Oh, the caller number. Wait, hold on. Could that be like witness? Okay. I'm gonna come back to this one. Okay, hold on. Yeah.
You're finally here.
And it's nice to hear you too, Peters.
Hello, Peters.
Yeah, sure. Listen, I think I found something. Come to my office.
What? But...
Okay, in a sec.
seriously? All right. Is it...
Okay, hold on. Hold on. I want to see this. This is very important now. Four 190. No, 1019. 19. Okay, 102. So they're all the same. I feel like they would mark the phone call with the case number as well. Zero 003. Could it have been this one? I need to get rid of that bookmark, but I think it's this one. No, the 003 is missing. Hello, Mist. Hello, Mist. How you doing? We're solving crimes. Okay, I'll get back to this one. This is a very important file, but I need to figure out. So, it's theft. There's 3 types of theft. Report incident of missing items. No, it's not this one. Witnessed. But one of them called reporting theft. Female call, report incident of missing items. Officer dispatch, no suspect of fact. I think it's this one. It has to be this one. Ha! Hello again. One person says she called the cops, but we need to view everything. Just working and lurking. Good fight. Yeah.
So, what is it?
Elisha Kalka, Jewish man, 47, from Krakow, arrived in Auschwitz in late. During a morning rally, one of the guards grabbed the hat off his head, threw it away, and when Kalka did, all caught up? Now, take a look at this. Well, anything catching your attention, Katz?
What is this exactly?
Isn't it obvious? It's a record of inmate deaths in Auschwitz from around February 41. They're contemporary, used by the camp's administration.
Must be
One
this.
of the dead listed here is Kalka.
And the manner of his death?
Shot on the run.
In writing, proof this guard, Noske, finally I have his name, that he lied in his report. But that's not even the best part. Sorry. Worst part.
What do you mean by finally having Noske's name? Were you looking for it?
In my testimony on Kalka, the guard who shot him is unarmed. Noske was really stingy about the prisoners knowing his name. Maybe he suspected they might get a chance to recognize him one day.
Oh.
At the bottom, who signed this? Stamm?
Von Stamm, exactly. Kurt von Stamm, judge at the SS and police court in Breslau in the years 1939 to 1943, NSDAP member since 1933. March 33, naturally. One of the March Violets who joined up after they won the election. His signature here is supposed to confirm the veracity of this report. He confirmed, in the name of the German justice system, that Kalka was shot on the run.
Except we know he wasn't.
So?
Either he's guilty of negligence, potentially criminal,
or he's complicit.
So many plot twists.
Where is he now? Still alive?
Alive and thriving. During the denazification after the war, the Americans rated him as unfit to be a judge again. But somehow, he managed to lower that rating and got himself a cozy position in Lübeck. Looking to retire with a...
It's a bit...
Of course it is. I refuse... Oh, for... What is it?
And good morning.
What do you want, Pam?
I'm looking for Miss Katz.
I'm here,
Oh, good.
No, don't mind...
Your witness has arrived.
I'll be right there.
Miss Katz.
Just
Okay, let's see. Pet the cat.
You're a really calm cat, you know that?
Lazy is what she is. Too lazy for her own good. The
Good
vet
cat.
said she's getting overweight.
She's fine. She's fluffy. Big bone.
Wait, you're not giving her any treats, right?
Quickly, escape.
Mrs. Becker, thank you for coming.
It's a pleasure, Mrs. Katz. Though I'm afraid I might not be of much help.
I have some questions regarding an older case.
I had assumed as much. We've read all about Dr. Bauer's team in the papers.
It's regarding one Anna Kazmirek.
Oh,
I take it you knew her.
yes. She was far from a saint.
You were present at her arrest. Do I have that right?
Let's see.
I had the misfortune. It was just a few days after the bombs fell. Like many others, my family had lost our home. But we were lucky enough to find ourselves with a room in an emergency shelter. The same one Anna had been assigned to.
What happened?
If that isn't the question. You know, to this day, I still ask it myself. What happened? Well, I suppose you could say Mr. Kirchmann had enough.
Oh my god, there's so much.
What can you tell me about this shelter?
It was a sizable apartment, confiscated from some bankers. We were based in, I assume, the old servants' quarters, together with 2 other families. One was Anna and her mother, and the other, I can't quite recall the name. Horrible. Either way, she was a friend of Anna's. Probably where it all went wrong, if you ask me.
What can you tell me about life in the shelter?
Oh, it was simply, though I know, just have.
There's so much information.
What can you tell me about your family situation before the bombing?
It was tough, but such were the times. Nobody had it easy during the war. Compared to some others, I'd say we were still lucky. My father was able to keep his business running.
I'm gonna keep going through the story, I think, and I'm gonna go through it.
I was in the kitchen when I overheard Mr. Kirchmann's voice outside the room. He was on the phone, seemingly unaware of how loudly he was speaking.
Ooh. See mail.
What can you tell me about Mr. Kirchmann?
Well, his first name is Wolfgang. He was a friend. Poor thing. Got himself all tangled up with Anna.
So
She had her ways with men.
we have testimony that he was on the phone.
He was a good person, steadfast, brave, or so I thought. That's why I found it all so weird.
Hold on. Case file. Where's the book thing? There it is. The Becker goes on the phone. She sounds upset. No, that's not it. It's the other one. This one, I think. Hold on. The soldier boy is taking up the phone. Why is he always there? So this is true.
Did you hear what Mr. Kirchmann was saying?
It was hard not to. I still remember his exact words. It's Anna Kazmirek. She's the thief. He was talking to the police.
One after the other is
I pretended not to have heard anything. After all, It was not my place to meddle in their affairs. I was even almost willing to think I might have misheard or imagined it all. But then they arrived.
The policeman, I assume?
2 officers. An older gentleman and his young colleague.
The older one, what can you remember about him?
He was on the shorter side, though much more robust than his companion. Looked around 50, give or take. He was very kind, warm. Had just the kindest of smiles, framed by quite the moustache. And I distinctly remember he had just the thickest of glasses. Wasn't sure if he could see anything at all.
She sounds like she's flirting.
Can you describe the younger officer for me?
He looked about your age. Really tall. Almost hit his head at the doorframe. It looked rather awkward how thin he was. Just skin and bones, let me tell you.
What did the officers want?
Isn't it obvious? They wanted to talk to Anna. Mr. Kirchmann was more than happy to show them in.
Contradicting one each other.
What happened to you during the...
I'm sorry, that's the bomb that hit our house. It fell right through my room. There was nothing left of my bed. I'm lucky my younger brother was scared of the dark, and I had to stay with him. Otherwise, I wouldn't be...
Were you in the habit of listening in on your neighbor's phone calls?
I beg your pardon? We were all living so close to... Besides, Mr. Kirchmann and I were friends. I was concerned for him.
Maybe I could find more about this call.
How did he know about this theft?
She had confided in him. Bragged even, the way he put it. I don't remember the details, but it sounded...
There's so much information working.
Do you remember who was there on that day?
Not in our section, no. Just me and Mr. Kirchmann in the kitchen, and Anna with that horrible friend of hers.
They really did not like that girl, did they?
What can you tell me about Anna's friend?
A menace. There's a saying, all it takes is one bad apple. And that girl was rotten. I think her name was... Heidi.
And this friend's family?
The usual riffraff. Except for the father. He seemed respectable enough. Fought in the First War, I believe. God only knows how each one was. I stayed in the kitchen. So did Mr. Kirchmann.
We need the corpses.
How did Mr. Kirchmann react to the officers? Anything unusual?
I admit I was rather taken aback. I never thought he'd do something like this. He looked rather pleased with himself. The way she treated him. He must have been happy there were some consequences for Anna at last.
Did you or anyone else enter Anna's room while you were waiting?
Why would anyone... Oh, I see. You think we put something there? The stolen suitcase? That we set her up?
I'm just investigating all possible leads.
Well, I didn't. And nor did Wolf. The girl had done it all to herself.
Okay.
What happened then?
After a few minutes, one of the officers came out. The older one. He was joined by that girlfriend of Anna's. It was her family's room they were in. She led him to Anna's room to look for whatever she had stolen. He didn't let her follow him in.
Okay, let's see what else we can read.
Tell me about Anna's family.
There isn't much to say. It was just her and her mother. Poor woman. With it.
You said the apartment used to belong to some bankers?
Yes, or at least that sort. Might have been jewelers, now that I think of it. The Gellers, I believe. Or was it Roths?
Did you salvage anything from your old home?
Let's see.
Yes, naturally. From the house and the shop. Luckily, our cellar didn't collapse, so most of what we stored there survived.
There's a suitcase. Anything else in this room I can interact?
How were the tasks divided among the people in the shelter?
I would say fairly. My dear father, he had experience running the...
When you say we, who do you mean?
My family, all 5 of us. My parents, me, and my 2 younger brothers. Somehow, we all made it out of the fire. The girl, Heidi, thankfully she didn't stay long. She was long gone by the time the officer returned. He was holding a suitcase. Mr. Kirchmann almost jumped at the sight.
So many stories contradicting.
Did he say anything?
He said it was the suitcase he'd seen Anna steal, and he called her a traitor. I couldn't believe my ears.
So Wolf Kirchmann confirmed that it was Anna who stole that suitcase?
Enthusiastically, and more than that.
I guess we need the police
Apparently,
report.
Anna had not just stolen, but looted it from an abandoned building. That was treason. It made me feel so conflicted.
Yeah, but
And why was that?
I admit,
but that's contradicting.
I felt rather uncomfortable in this situation. After all, it is written, do not judge, or you too will be judged. But with Anna, with Mr. Kirchmann, I apologize. It was just dreadful. Dreadful.
What do you remember about the suitcase?
I didn't give it a good look. It was none of my business after all. I think it was on the larger side.
None of your business? One moment.
The state protection police was divided into branches such as no. Leather suitcase, brown lining. Okay.
Never mind. Please continue.
I
No.
think it was on the larger side. Leather. And very dirty.
No. Hold on. How long ago was this? 3:35. Shit, I don't know which save file this is. This was way long ago.
Ugly even. The officer thanked Mr. Kirchmann.
I don't think I can. Because this is like long ago, I think. Yeah, this was like 14 minutes ago.
Told him not to worry, that he was doing the right thing. He shook his hand, took the suitcase, and left for the stairs. I was just about to do the same, but that was when it started.
When what started?
It came from the other room, where Anna was with the officer. An argument. I don't know what she did.
Mrs. Becker, what happened in there?
I didn't see it. I swear, I didn't see any of it. I just heard it. Heard them. Her screaming. His shouting. I heard her fall to the floor and he was beating her.
Jeez.
She didn't fall. He threw her and she begged him to.
And what did Wolf do?
I don't know. I hid in my room as soon as it started. I locked the door, got on my parents' bed. Tried not to hear it.
Do you know why?
Yes, I can only guess, but it must have had to do with her lifestyle. I suppose if he learned of her cheating, then maybe it was a revenge of sorts. How dreadful.
The middle proof.
Then again,
Yeah.
if he knew of her crime, which he obviously did, then wasn't it the right thing to do?
Did you see anything else?
No, I stayed in that room for a long time. It was already evening by then.
Thank you.
Of course, I pray you.
Miss Katz, a moment if you please.
Okay, hold on. So I can't save the game. So if I load this, it's gone. Like...
Yes, Paula?
2 things. Good and bad news. 3 actually. Good, sorry.
The good news, please.
Christoph found a blueprint that might interest you.
Okay.
It's for the original apartment that was used as the shelter for your suspect.
Good. That should be helpful. I'll go ask him about it. What's the bad news?
I've been trying to get in contact with Mr. Kirchmann again. Unsuccessfully.
Oh no.
That secretary of his makes me miss the Berlin Document Bureau.
So, no inviting him just yet?
Hopefully after Mrs. Kazmirek's turn. We confirmed her for next week.
What's this third, also bad thing?
I did some follow-up regarding our 2 policemen. I'm sorry to say, one of them is dead. Klaus Novak. Lung cancer in 49.
Is that the tall one or the mustache guy?
So we're 1 witness down. All right. Thank you, Paula.
Oh, so Otto is alive still. But this call police departure might still have some progress regarding it. Okay, let's...
Miss Katz!
I need to know more about the investigation into Anna's character.
On it.
Thank you.
I need to find out more about the call. Can you check if we can get any protocols from that district?
If there are any left, I'll contact them.
Thank you.
I need you to invite the next witness.
I want to get Otto before
Time to hear
Wolf.
from the officers. Let's invite Otto Wagner.
I feel like
On it.
Wolf is my biggest
Anything
suspect.
else?
That'll be all. So I need to go into this.
Heard you have something for me?
Miss Katz. Yes, your Paula asked me to check if I could find something, and, well, we are in luck.
Whoa!
Let me just, sorry, I should really keep this place in a better order. Messy case, right? Poor girl. Killed just to make the state look tough after the bombing. It all just sounds so petty. Can't help wondering if it all really happened like that.
Well, she is dead, so that did happen.
No, of course. Sorry, that wasn't what... It's just that there's so many details from what I've heard. So much he said, she said.
She said. That's it.
Sometimes
I said.
some accusations are just that. You're asking yourself who did it. And the answer might... Sorry, here I go babbling again. There it is.
Just give me the blueprint.
Great.
No need for that.
Let's see.
Nobody. No, That's an idea. I should put up his blueprint. There's no harm in giving it a look already.
Let's see. Oh wow, okay. Who called? Who planted? Who searched Anna's room and confiscated the suitcase? Who made sure Anna was considered a traitor? Who beat Anna for confession? Well, currently we have this aspect happening. Currently. Oh, we won the phone.
Esther Katz, who am I speaking to?
Walter Hens. Good evening. No. Sit down. I've got it.
Didn't expect to hear from you. How can I help?
You can't. I'm very sorry, but... Shh. It's okay, Tessie. I know.
Oh.
I'm sorry. It's about my wife, Teresa. She... No, calm down. Sit down. Please. You need to rest.
Mr. Hens?
I don't know how to say it, but...
There it is.
What? You need to rest. Tessie, I swear. Miss Katz, please give me one moment.
Is everything okay over there? Hello?
Hello?
Oh.
Good evening. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Katz.
Is it him still?
Good evening. Who am I speaking to?
Oh, I'm sorry. My name is Teresa Hens. I don't... it's a pleasure to... No, I'm fine, Walter. Don't worry.
Are you all right, Mrs. Hens?
Oh, I
you
see a
sound
bit.
agitated.
She would appreciate it. She really would. Yes.
That's very kind of you to say.
But I can't.
What?
I'm sorry. I can't help you. I can't help her. I just can't.
Why?
I thought that I could say, I can't. No, I'm fine. There's no making it right, is there?
But you can help with your testimony. It may not be enough to make it right, but...
She's gone.
Why?
Tessie.
My girl, she's...
Tessie, enough, please. It's all right. It's going to be all right.
And the way they looked at me, Mr. Banner, and how they looked at me. Like I was trash.
Please.
The letters, the window, No, Walter.
Tessie.
Say it, Tessie. You got this.
I can't. No, stop it.
Shh. It's okay. It's okay.
Hello? Mrs. Hens, are you okay?
I'm sorry. She gets hysterical. I managed to calm her down for now.
She mentioned something about a Mr. Bader. About him looking at her?
Yes, she was feeling better last week, so I thought I'd take her for a walk. That it would do her good to get out of the house. We ran into some neighbors. I don't know how they knew of us testifying, but they did. Bastards called us traitors. Called her... I punched his teeth in, but the damage was already done.
Is she all right?
No. I don't think she...
What did she mean about the windows?
It must have been some kids. They broke the windows in my pub. Tessie doesn't think it was hooligans.
She mentioned letters.
Enough to keep the oven going. I kept her from seeing most of them, but that first batch, she read them all.
So,
The testimony.
please take your time. There's no need to...
I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
She's
Welcome back.
adamant. Scared. And she's been feeling worse ever since it started. They were too descriptive for Tessie.
Of course, I understand. I'm very sorry this is happening to you too.
Thank you. Thank you.
I can't force him.
I'll talk.
Walter!
I'll talk to her.
Walter, no!
She's strong.
It won't bring her back, Walter!
Damn it.
What is this? Oh, we lost the witness. I knew it was gonna happen. It was hinting. The game was hinting the fact that
I'm afraid there's a problem.
Oh?
I've just been on the phone with Mr. Hens and his wife, late Miss Kazmirek's mother.
Teresa Hens, I remember. I take it there's an issue with her upcoming testimony?
She doesn't want to testify.
I see. Did Mr. Hens happen to give their reasoning for...
They've received threats. Multiple.
Ah, yes.
From what they said, it did sound bad. They mentioned both letters and an hopefully just random who.
It still baffles me how fast they find out about our witnesses.
Interesting. Someone's
And there's
leaking.
more, I'm afraid.
Naturally.
Mr. Novak, one of the two, leaving me with one less suspect.
And without now 2 witnesses. Of
Mr. Kirchmann, Miss Kazmirek's boyfriend at the time of the arrest, is proving, from what's Paula been told, he appears to be involved with the rearm. He claims to be too preoccupied with his current
his own words, I assume. Very well. Then, unfortunate as this, we lose witnesses. There isn't much to be done about it, but there might be a way to...
How would that work?
In the situation you find yourself to be, it might, in which case, and only in which case, we should be able to acquire a warrant for one of the suspects' houses.
Oh.
We would have it searched and see if they happen to have... We would only be able to do it once in this case. You need to think carefully which of the suspects you believe might have the piece of evidence you require.
I understand. One warrant, one...
Seeing this day, I'll tell Paula to subpoena our problem.
There's nothing left for me to do. I should call it a day.
Okay, so in this aspect now, we need to find the luggage. If we find the luggage, we'll identify who called. We need to think carefully. Who should we raid? Who?
Good morning, Miss Katz.
Morning. Who should we suspect? Their witness will arrive soon. I dug this up from files regarding trial Cosmic. It appears that Julius was investigating Anna's background. Someone had been feeding him quite unsavory rumors. The officer Julius has, during the investigation to Anna Casimir, received the following anonymous note. Whoever wrote it seems to know their accused well. Perhaps looting was not the worst crime she committed. Having for years the displeasure of being acquainted with Anna Casimir, I feel morally obliged to inform your honor her disparate character. Anna Casimir never had any regards for the law. She is a vile and evil woman. Her close acquaintances, if not friends, are criminal. For over 3 years she was in the employ of Walter Hens, a man who I am sure your honor does not know, for who would know a man who has women to do the unspeakable. I believe I am making myself clear as to what Anna Kazimier's so-called working thought. As though her promiscuous lifestyle, she has on at least one occasion committed the most heinous crime. She is a child murderer. Anybody who ever contacted with her can attest the fact that she maintains the contact to this people, the abortionist. This murder. Furthermore, I'd like to bring to attention the purity of her blood, or the lack therefor. Anna Kazimier claims that she's of Germanic descent, but I have heard from credible sources that fact her parents were Poles. Anna Kazimier is a Slav in disguise, which I think does help to understand the ease in which she could commit such vile acts. Thank you for your noble attempt to bring Anna Kazimier to justice. Ooh. Here's the call protocol requested. Reception is spoken to. So, it was... reception is spoken to. So we can definitely identify who did it, I think, by time. Mr. Heads was earlier today. He apologized that he couldn't convince his wife to tell us that he found this old letter could be used. He asked that we retrieve with care as it contained his last words. Mama, please forgive me. I never want for you to worry so much about me. You deserve a better dog, but it is over now. When you read this, I will already be dead. They are coming for me very soon. Don't cry for me. I beg you. It's alright. I've made peace with my fate. My last thoughts would be that you and everyone you were giving me, please give my love to Heidi and Wolf. Say sorry for me to dear old Miss Housel. Forgive me for carelessly. I was so sure the suitcase was yours. Your beautiful red scarf. I thought it would be recognized as it anywhere. They were waiting for me. I must stop writing now. I love you, Mama. Anna. Oh, I wonder. Okay, something's gonna ring. There it is.
Miss Katz. Otto Wagner is here, Miss Katz. Strange, madam. Doesn't look like an officer at all.
Why is that?
Our whole conversation, he was looking down at his shoes, like a schoolboy in trouble.
I'll find out what he knows. Thank you, Paula.
Thank you, Paula. Hello, Kat. Good day to you, Kat.
Mr. Wagner. Thank you for coming.
Just doing my part, Madam Prosecutor.
I wanted to talk to you.
Oh, of course. Yeah. This one I remember all too well, ma'am. It was one of my very first cases.
Ah, welcome back, Rick.
Not the smoothest start to a career. Earlier that morning, we had received an anonymous call accusing Miss Kazmirek of theft.
I need the
I was
time.
dispatched together with my superior, Mr. Novak, to investigate the claim.
Okay, is there... Okay.
What happened?
We found the place with no issue. The caller provided the exact address. One of the far too many shelters. We were welcomed by a tall young man, and the girl they let us in claimed to have been the callers.
Can you describe the two of them for me?
Of course, ma'am. The boy was around my height, short, curly hair, blonde. Stood perfectly straight. It was clear from his demeanor he was the soldier type. He even made reference to being fellow servicemen for the country, tried to establish a rapport. The girl was shorter, 160, I'd guess. Pudgy, had long, bushy hair, dark brown or light brunette. And very well dressed. Made her seem out of place.
Do the names Wolfgang Kirchmann and Emilia Becker sound familiar?
That's
Possibly.
impressive. Well done to her.
It's been a long time, ma'am. But they seem correct?
What can you tell me about the shelter itself?
I admit I was taken somewhat aback when we got there, how dirty and run down the place was. And so full, stuffed, so many people, not enough space. It was one of my first times in a place like that. grew used to them later, but not yet.
What happened to you during the bombing?
I was in the streets. It was odd, but I can't really tell you any details, ma'am. That whole night is just one...
Okay, let's go for the story.
We found the girl in one of the adjacent rooms together with a friend of hers.
This friend, would that happen to be a Heidi Grunewald?
Grunewald? Yes, that sounds about right, ma'am, yes. At the suspect's request, we allowed her to stay for the interrogation. A dumb mistake.
What did you ask her?
We tried to establish the basic facts of the case, ma'am. Mr. Novak did, mostly. Where was she at the time of the crime? What did she do? Could anyone confirm it? And the heavy hitter, of course, did she do it?
A mistake? And why is that?
This Grunewald girl, she tried to sabotage the investigation. Kept interrupting, arguing with us. She even tried to get the suspect not to answer our questions. Whatever it is she thought she was doing, she certainly wasn't helping a friend.
Did she admit to anything?
Hardly, ma'am. She was adamant she didn't even know what we were talking about. But she was unable to provide any conclusive proof. So we had to proceed to the next step, the search.
Oh boy. The room.
We requested that this Grunwald, was it? That she showed us, show me, to the suspect's room. Mr. Novak believed that would be where Miss Kazmirek would keep the stolen suitcase.
Did you find said suitcase?
Afraid I did, ma'am. Surprisingly quickly, at that. Poor girl simply wasn't made for it. She didn't hide it well at all, just left it under the bed.
What's that? Okay, that's on me.
Is it possible that it could have been planted?
Oh, this angle. That would be a stretch. There's always a possibility, but no, wouldn't say so in this case. There was nothing to suggest it.
Can you tell me exactly what was in the suitcase?
Clothes, some documents. I can't say I remember everything anymore. You might have better luck checking the files, ma'am. It should all be there.
Did you get any impression of the relationship between the boy and your suspect?
I can't say I did. He seemed to know her and he was angry at her. Honestly, ma'am, it's been a long time.
Oh.
Were there any conflicts between the shelter's inhabitants?
Ma'am, I've only been there for maybe not even an hour, over a decade ago. There had to be some tension since they did report the girl. Other than that, I cannot say. As soon as I left the room, I found the pair from before waiting for me. Becker and...
Kirchmann.
Kirchmann, right. They recognized the suitcase. I didn't even have to ask about it. And what's more, they remembered an important detail.
What detail?
Just to confirm, you're sure they both accused Anna?
From what I can recall, ma'am, I'm fairly certain they shared the sentiment. They didn't think it was important before, but they remembered the suitcase was taken from a bombed house. Didn't think it important. It was crucial information. It meant we weren't dealing with a theft, but a looting. An act of treason.
What did you do with that information?
First of all, I wrote it down, ma'am, immediately. Looting was a significantly more serious crime, especially just a few days after the big bombing. They made quite a commotion. Even Mr. Novak leaned out to see what was happening. He seemed most pleased with the developments. Mr. Novak wasn't done with the interrogation, but I knew he hardly needed my help. I took the suitcase,
Yeah.
thanked the pair for their cooperation, and headed down to wait in the car.
Did Miss Kasmirek admit to the crime?
She did, ma'am. She did. Gave us a signed confession even before Mr. Novak brought her down.
Mr. Wagner, I'll just ask the question. I have reason to believe Miss Kasmirek was coerced to give her testimony.
Coerced?
Tortured.
What? No, absolutely not. That would have been illegal.
Of course he'd deny it. But if I press him enough... What about the friend, Miss Grunewald? Where was she while all this occurred?
Right, the friend. Yes, still in the main room, the kitchen.
She was?
Let's see. That's not the... There it is. This is the only
Do you
one.
have any ideas why anybody would claim otherwise then?
Multiple, I suppose. Placing her away from, but then she... I
There
don't
you
know, ma'am. I might have misremembered this part.
Backtracking already. Just a little more.
There you go.
Would you disagree with someone describing you or Mr. Novak as violent?
Well, yes, of course. I know the reputation of our force at the
He
time
is.
was not the best. But we did what we were the good ones. We served the people, the law.
So they're all guilty by one thing that cost this girl's life. I need to figure out who did it what.
Just to be clear, you claim Anna Kasmirek confessed of her own will? She wasn't threatened, tortured, coerced?
Yes, that's right. As far as I know...
This is it. This is the injuries I was talking about.
What happened to Miss Kasmirek?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Her face. Where did the bruising on her face come from?
I don't know. She might have fallen after we brought her to the station or got into an altercation in the holding cell.
He's lying.
After you left the apartment, did anything happen? Did you do or see anything you haven't told me about?
No, ma'am. Well, not that I can remember, at least. It has been quite some time.
Is that so?
I think it's this one. Yeah, the injury to the wrist is the question mark.
Can you explain why the police report mentioned one of you two requiring medical attention?
What? No, It's an embarrassing story, not even much of a story, really. I just fell backwards. Flailed my arms and hit a wall, quite hard. The boys at the station didn't let me live that down for a long time.
Mr. Wagner, I have multiple witnesses on the record who can confirm either you or Mr. Novak did torture Miss Kasmirek. Denying it won't lead you anywhere.
But I'm not. I'm sorry, ma'am. I didn't do it. I wasn't even there. If you're certain it happened, then it had to be Novak. If the girl was tortured, it had to be him.
What a liar. He is so clearly lying. Let's see if we can acquire more information here.
The pair who let you in, how did they get along?
They seemed like friends, from what little I saw.
Wait, the Snoopy neighbor. She said something about this. Where is it? The Snoopy... No, background? Is it background? Where is it? There's a Snoopy... Like... I think it's this one. Why is he always there? They came for the girl, fine, I never trusted her. This is it. The notebook. Yeah, this is it. The officer said there's a difference, showed me the suitcase you took. Offer him a cigarette in return, which he gladly accepted. Said his colleague is a religious non-smoker, constantly bugging him about health effects. What nuns? This is it. This helps us kind of identify. Hold on. The Becker goes on the phone. She sounds upset. The Becker girl. The toilet is clogged again. It must have been that mirror. The little soldier boy is back. He's friends with Ka. Woman. Sometimes I hear them through the wall. Disgusting. But this is so much. Okay. Is there anything I'm missing from this story? I wonder if this room has something.
If Novak was the one interviewing the girl, what did you do?
I took notes, ma'am. Somebody had to.
I take it you hadn't been part of the force for long?
I'd just become a junior watchmaster earlier that month. That's why I was assigned to Mr. Novak. He'd remain my partner for years to come, but at that point it was me working under him. Learning the ropes, so to speak.
What can you tell me about Mr. Novak?
A good officer, ma'am, and a kind man. He took me under his proverbial wing, taught me much about the job. They sure don't make him like him anymore.
Oh, no, even laughter.
That was... I'm sorry, that was one of his jokes. He sure loved a good chuckle. I've never been good with them myself, though.
What's this?
Do you remember what exactly was reported?
The caller claimed to have witnessed the theft of what they described as a suitcase. They'd recognized the perpetrator as an acquaintance of theirs, Anna Kazmirek. They provided us with a name and address, but remained anonymous.
I don't know.
Tell me about this friend.
Contemptible girl with no respect for authority. Medium height, freckled,
Blonde hair.
She made it clear we weren't welcome from the moment we stepped into the room. Though with all that bravado, she couldn't hide her nervousness. Common trait among those with criminal history.
Now, is there anything else for me to investigate in this room? Off we go.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I wish I could be... I didn't see what happened, but if you are correct and the girl was tortured, then it would have to be him.
And you didn't see any marks on Miss Kazmirek? Anything suggesting the beating?
No, ma'am. And there are ways to do it without leaving any marks.
Do you doubt that happened?
I don't know. He was a good man, flawed, but
good.
But good. I don't want to believe he was capable.
Is there anything else you forgot?
No. After that, we brought her to the district office, and it was out of her hands. We couldn't have known it. We didn't. It was out of her hands.
Very well, Mr. Wagner. Thank you for your time. That will be all for now.
It's the least I could do, ma'am. Really, I should have. I'm sorry I couldn't be more of help.
Miss Katz, there was a call for you from your father. They've landed.
I'll call him right back.
Miss Katz.
I need you to... the victim's boyfriend.
Finally. This man... By the way, I hope I'm not overstepping, but I had no idea you had a...
What? Where did this come from?
Right, I'm sorry. No idea how I must say, you two looked adorable.
Oh no, we're getting into story mode.
Look at that.
Wow.
Red studies. What's that? German history? You can stop trying food. You don't belong here.
Now, who is this? You're giving me so much information. It's like 1:40 a.m.
Hey!
We're not sisters.
Oh, sorry.
She's...
Oh.
I should probably get going.
And I should probably get back to Peter's damned... Lovely.
See, now, this makes it more difficult. So, as far as I can keep it consistent, they were like this. But to the apartment by Pudgy go. Who called? Who called? Jeez. Okay, what do I have left to do for the day? Call back father. Ah.
Who do I want to call?
Essie,
Was flying as
you have no idea the time zone syndrome? I think so.
I want to
Is
solve the
everything
case.
all right?
Essie, it's not like I only all's good anyway. But
I thought we...
Oh no, it's that I... Look.
Please.
But I believe...
I want to solve crimes. It's fine, father. I'm okay.
I'm proud of you, kids.
Thank you, father.
There's nothing left for me to do. I should call it a day.
I don't know. I am struggling here. Figure out. So they all have imperfections in their stories. Each one made one mistake that cost the life of their friend. But the question being is who and how... Oh. The boyfriend. Hopefully the boyfriend's gonna give us the final parts of the story.
Good morning, Miss Katz.
No.
Miss Katz, good morning.
Good morning. Mr. Walker will arrive soon. Mr. Pierce wants to talk to you. Scoffed when I suggest he can ask you himself. Mr. Bauer requests an update after the last witness. Ask me to remind you about the warrant. Give it 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Thank you.
Miss Katz, Wolfgang Kirchmann has arrived.
What's your impression of him?
He's obviously uneasy. He's in his army uniform and appears quite agitated.
Hardly surprising.
Let's hear his version of the story.
High time. I'm coming.
Is this how... Oh, so that's the board that can kind of create those. So, let's collect... I'm gonna do it towards the end.
Mr. Kirchmann, good morning.
Oh, what happened to his eye?
The rank is Hauptmann.
Of course, Hauptmann Kirchmann. I apologize. I'll just cut to the chase.
Do.
I wanted to talk to you. I believe you're familiar.
Yes. Haven't you all done enough to her?
I need you to tell me about Anna's arrest.
Very well.
I love the animation it does into the story. It's so good.
It hadn't even been a week since the Brits left the town on fire. We were all there. Anna and Heidi, a friend of ours, had just returned from work.
What happened then?
What happened? You know it damn well already.
And why were you at the shelter on that particular morning?
I was visiting Anna.
Could you be more specific?
I was there to check on Anna and help her in whatever way I could. She was tired after her shift, she and her friend. I offered to take care of them. I do not expect a woman of your position to understand it, but she did just lose her home.
How would you describe Heidi's relationship with Miss Kazmirek?
Closer than sisters, those two. Inseparable. Except for when Anna was with me, of course.
Expand on that.
Did you salvage anything from your old home?
No, of course not. We had just evacuated all those places. Scavenging them would be highly illegal.
I didn't ask about scavenging, just...
I didn't.
Oh, a slip? I'm guessing I need to do a bit more of the story. Oh.
I'd say it was rare for a soldier not to be in active duty at the time. What were you doing in Brunswick?
What was I doing? I was back from the front. My friend's dead, my city gone. What was I doing? You tell me.
What did a regular day at the shelter look like?
I'm hardly the right person to ask. I didn't live there. Wasn't there all the time. I only visited when I could see Anna. I had just stepped out to the kitchen when she started it all. Becker, that snake. I could hear her out in a hallway on the phone.
Did you hear what she said?
2 people with
Not enough to understand her plan. She was talking with the police, reporting a stolen suitcase. If only I had heard her say Anna's name.
Was there anybody else in the house at that time?
I can't account for everyone, but Becker, Grunwald, Anna.
What happened to you during the bombing?
My family was lucky enough to... myself.
Okay.
For once, the officers didn't take long to arrive. Figures. 2 of them, protective police. I tried to stop them. Asked them what was it all about.
What next?
Becker pointed them to Heidi's room. They locked themselves in with the girls, and I was so busy worrying about them.
Why? What did she do?
She sneaked off to Anna's room with that dad. I should have noticed, realized. What a fool.
Yeah, but he stayed quiet.
What do you remember about the officers?
The older one reeked of cigarettes, had a mustache, glasses. How a person with that little respect for his... As for the tall and insecure greenhorn trying to put all that, well, look... I'm not sure how much time had passed. The tall one, he dragged Heidi...
What did he do?
He shoved Heidi towards us, hurling threats and insults. Pathetic. He demanded we told him which room was Anna's.
How did everyone else in the kitchen react to this?
Heidi was livid. She was screaming at that Schupo boy, daring him to lay one finger on her. She knew it wasn't right what they... Oh, and Becker. How could I have...
It's hard to say.
So there we were. Me, Heidi, and Becker. 3 friendly neighbors. At least the 2 of us. For Becker, what could we do? All we needed was one good look at Becker. It was her. She planned...
What makes you so sure it was all part of Emilia Becker's plan?
Yeah, but why would she
weren't
lock
there.
herself
You
after?
didn't know her like she was beaming. A pity we didn't get the time to confront her.
Why? What stopped you?
The police boy came out of Anna's room, grinning. He had a suitcase.
What did the three of you do then?
Becca struck immediately. Said the suitcase was hers, that Anna took it from her house, from the ruins of her house. That Anna was a looter, a traitor to the nation. And Heidi? She kept it together. As soon as she heard Becca's lies, she took off to get help. Smart. Wish I didn't change anything.
Let's ask about the
The
suitcase.
suitcase. What can you remember about it? Had you seen it before?
No, never. No one's ever seen it before. No one.
Tell me about Heidi.
Anna's best friend. Only friend. Always had to.
Hauptmann Kirchmann, I have to ask. Is it possible Anna did in fact loot something?
I'd appreciate if you stopped insulting her memory. And no, it's not possible.
Why?
What can you tell me about the conflict between Miss Kazmirek and Emilia?
The snake hated her, and that's putting it mildly. I don't know why, but she really did, to the point of wanting her dead. To the point of getting her killed.
Did Miss Kazmirek have any previous encounters with the police?
No. My Anna was nothing like that.
How did Miss Kazmirek come to know Mr. Hens?
She used to work for him. Same with Heidi. He was quite a well-known man among the locals. Respected, dependent. From what I've heard, he took in Anna's mother after it was all done.
What can you tell me about your relationship with Miss Kazmirek?
What am I supposed to say? The hell do you want to hear? We were together. In love. We were happy.
What did the Kazmireks have with them?
Not a long list. And in all honesty, at this point, I don't
We're
even
investigating the
remember.
boyfriend.
Tell me about Teresa Kazmirek.
She seemed a kind woman. Weird, withdrawn. The few times she actually spoke with me, she told us somewhere east.
Where was her father?
Trusted sources.
Passed away when Anna was 5. She told me she could barely remember him. Then it's all a blur. Like when I was at the... I couldn't think straight. I couldn't really think at all. I remember barging into Anna's room.
Why did you go to Anna's room?
I was trying to find something, anything to prove she was innocent, that it was Becker all along. She must have left something behind. She had to. I tossed around everything, pulled out every drawer.
Did you find anything to prove Emilia Becker meddled with Anna's room?
No, of course not. We wouldn't be sitting here if I did. Next thing I know, I was back in the kitchen. Alone. And I could hear them.
You say them. What did you hear exactly?
Behind the door. Behind the damn
Remember the first
door.
story? How everyone was pointing at him.
They wailed on her. Both of them. Again and again. They called her trash, a pet, the walls.
I apologize, this must...
I did. They had to carry her out. She was barely and her face. They must pay.
How long did that beating last?
I don't know. I don't know.
Was anybody else still there?
It's fuzzy. I don't think so, no.
What then? Did you do anything?
No, we're done here. We're fucking done here.
Mr. Kirchmann.
No! We are done. Now where the hell is my coat?
I don't know, you told me.
I feel like there's still something missing. I should give more thought to that house search idea.
Miss Katz.
Thank you, Paula.
Okay, let's see. Oh.
Miss Katz, I hope the...
I finished interview.
Oh, please, did our military...
Less helpful than I would have wished. Some interesting details, but especially with how much of a headache getting him to...
Yes, he did very well then. I assume to have one of the witnesses.
I still need some...
Very well, but the clock is ticking, I'm afraid.
Can I save? Oh, I can save. Perfect. New save. This one is from... Perfect. Let's do it.
Miss Katz.
Yes.
So
Yes.
Very well. Who should we get a warrant for?
All right. So the kid is young. He's dumb. He's lying. I don't feel like the Haiti would do it. It's that's the thing. It's either Emily or Wolfgang. My gut is kind of twisting towards Wolfgang because his versions of what he did are very different in every single story. Plus, the letter says, she's Paul from my trusted sources. I know it's...
I want Wolfgang Kirchmann searched.
I have it saved anyways.
Let's see what comes of it. Good luck, Miss Katz.
I have it saved, so we'll see. Because there's an anonymous letter that came through that says Peters.
Heard you have something.
Oh, Katz. Yes, but best see for yourself.
It wasn't filled out. What am I looking for?
Keep looking. Check the others.
It's destroyed.
Wait, is that a signature?
And?
The cop is lying, we know that, but we have proof the fact that he's lying. But we don't have proof for the other two.
Are they all empty?
Keep going. So?
They didn't sign off on false information.
They signed off on no information.
A list in blanco for the wardens to fill out however they wanted. A free ticket to cover up any murder. Any number of murders.
It's incredible. I can't... Of course that's any time a prisoner was killed for whatever reason.
This is like a hint for us.
They had this. All that was needed was just to write a lie, and it's already certified. The guards, the administration, the judges, everyone was in on it. Everyone is complicit.
That's the thing, everyone is by any figure.
Then...
Now?
You
That's where these files are from. I need to talk to the man who found them. See if I'm lucky. He might even have... I also plan to interview a few of my potential witnesses. What's the saying? If the mountain won't...
What can I say?
Thanks. The flight is this. Sorry I won't be there to see... But while I'm gone, I asked Paula to give you any files that would arrive.
Wait.
Don't push it. Now...
Right.
Katz. Wait!
For what?
For taking this case seriously when... For helping me. You know what? Forget it. Just... bye.
There's nothing left for me to do. I should call it a day. Anything to report, Constable Marlene? All in order? That's what I like to hear.
Here we go.
Miss Katz, they completed the search.
Tell me.
Did they find anything?
It would seem so. I'm told they found it in the top drawer of his nightstand. To think he still kept it after all these years, you'll probably want to read it yourself.
I will. Thank.
Oh, let's see. You should prepare a blueprint for the trial, Mr. Brass. See you once you're done with the case. There it is. Dear Master, dear God, I doubt no, I am sure that this letter will never reach its destination. We are surrounded. The sea lies in ruins. We hide in Citadel, wait for the end. I will die tonight, and if not tonight, then soon. The Russian bullets have made sure of that. I can feel my life anywhere before I pass on from this world. There are a few things where I left unsaid. I will say them now. Father, Mother, I wish I could be a better son, more caring, more kind. Forgive me. Emilia Becker, I curse you. I curse your wretched life. With my dying breath, I hope that you will never find happiness and joy again. I hope you die. I hope you suffer. Mayana, I am sorry. I know that you could never have done all these dreadful things, but I believed her. What fool I was. Do you remember when the bomb fell, when the sea burned? I wish I had never escaped the flames. I wish I never left. I wish we had more time. I'm sorry, my beloved. No, he was innocent. No. Ah, okay. Load the file. We're going back. It's her. Damn it. I apologize to OJ and Rick. You were right. Ah, she called.
The door is locked.
Wait. It's this one. So who called? That's what I think it was, the woman in the end who called. So my hope is to find that suitcase. We need that suitcase. If we find the suitcase, we found who called.
Regarding the warrant.
Yes.
So I understand you have a finished.
Yes.
Very well. Who should we get?
Emilia Beck.
Let's see what.
In his dying wish, he would not be cursing. All right, let's do him as well. Just no. I mean, let's do his part as well.
Heard you have some.
Oh yes, best.
It wasn't filled out. What am I looking for?
Keep looking.
Wait, is that a signature?
And?
Are they all empty?
So?
They free.
It's of course any time they the guard everyone.
Is this where they are?
Pre-signed. Hard to say. Not so back, but back.
Then
now.
You.
That's what I need to. If I'm lucky.
Thank you.
I also. What's the?
What can I say?
Thanks. The flight. Sorry, but while I.
Wait.
Don't.
Right.
Katz. Wait.
You're welcome.
Right. Good luck.
There's nothing left for me to do. I should call it a day.
Okay. Please find something that would prove it otherwise. Oh, the fact that I had to load, it's kind of feel like cheating. Yeah, and the next day the guy is gonna say traitor. Here we go.
Miss Katz, they completed the search.
Did they find any?
Oh, it turns out young Miss Becker was something of a diarist. The officers took the liberty of bookmarking the entry. I'd say they...
Is that so?
What? The suitcase was not found. There it is. Okay. Quite a bit here. Okay, let's have a look. Still in no doubt, as if people didn't lose enough. Later I saw her bring a suitcase to our apartment, put it under the bed. Well, my bed is right by it, and hers is on the other side. I can hear them when he comes. How he speaks with her. How she lies. I can't take it. Why did I think of it earlier? She was there, the damn Pollock. I saw her. It's so simple. She brought the suitcase here. If I tell them where she got it, it'll be finally free of the pest. I'll just need Wolf to... He'll see. He'll have to finally see. To the office at Julius' house. During the investigation, Diane received the following. And I was like, oh my god. It was her who called. Okay. So, who called the police? We have few case files to help us with that. It was her who called. Now, let's see if we can then prove it as well. So, she says there that she saw. This doesn't help. Okay, hold on. This would help. But, so. Female caller. There it is. So that was 11. $11. 1306. Oof. Okay, this is gonna use a low brain power. $11. We share. Well, she was there at the damn park. I saw her. It's so simple. She brought 18th of Wednesday. 18th. So the phone call happened 2 days after. This doesn't help, but knowing this, I can find proof. I need valid confidence. Like valid documents. 2010.
With so many smokers here, I doubt there are...
Oh, okay, so she definitely did call. So she definitely called them. That's true. I don't know where they were. So they're fully there. So then she was here. Who planted the suitcase in Anna's room? That's the thing. Nobody did. No one. Who searched Anna's room to confiscate the suitcase? No one forced me out into the kitchen. One search on the room. It was hers all along. Let's see.
Essie, hello. I hope...
A little bit.
Oh, I wanted to wish you good... I've kept my ear out about your case, and it's a tough one. Impressed.
Help me.
Thank you.
It's the truth.
You've been... is everything...
Yes, of course. I've simply come... I'm proud of you.
I need to figure this out.
All
Okay.
right. Now to see what Mr. Bauer wanted to talk about.
Who planted? Nobody did. Who searched Anna's room to confiscate the suitcase? Now there's any witness. Who made sure Anna considered a traitor? It was definitely... Well, she... Well, hold on. It was definitely... Where is he? Otto. Who beat Anna? Oh no, it was definitely him. Who made sure Anna was considered a traitor? Amelia. Who searched Anna's? So I need a legal document for this. The charges against Anka had to be elevated. Those. The criminal... No. Following Mr. opened up an investigation to the back door. No. I don't... Good luck since I heard from you. Make some mistake. No. Friends with Cat. Yeah, that's him. The second come home drop walking around give the soldier boy's taking up the phone. Why is he always here? He came for the girl fine, I never trusted her. Soldier boy's taking up the phone, but that's the thing. 10:28. $10:28. 10. So let's say this 002. There's no 002. 03. I don't know. Dude, I'm just gonna go to court. It's like 2:15 a.m. I am doing my best here.
Miss Katz. Thank you, Paula.
I don't know who went into the room. That's the only thing I have.
I understand the case.
Yes, Mr.
Let's continue. Miss Katz, why?
Because you...
Technically, you've all... And by now, people hate you. Hardly. And with all...
As you said...
And for me. But is it for you?
I had this friend. Her name was Lotte. Charlotte Lang.
And she was Jew.
The Langs were our neighbors.
Oh, here we go.
Had the entire floor to themselves before the racial law. Our families were close. Miss Lotte was the same age as me. Our parents knew it wasn't even possible for us to not... It sounds stupid now, like sisters.
But...
Oh.
I don't remember when things... You don't really see those things when you're a kid. Slowly, our parents became...
Were enacted.
My mother, she forbade me from seeing Lotte. Said she was a bad influence. That I shouldn't associate with her element. We got into an argument. I was 8, so any...
And?
No, not at first. Not for a while. We tried to keep together. Mostly at school, away from our parents. Then our classmates started whispering. And little by little, I abandoned her.
Oh.
Other than me, she'd never had many friends. With me gone, she was... It was hard at first. It hurt.
Oh, sorry.
Lotte was my friend, and I left her. I knew it was wrong, but I still did. I was angry,
peer pressure,
embarrassed, including myself. But again, little by little, as time passed, that's the worst part. It became normal. I remember one time a few years later, I was on my way back from school. Wasn't far from home, just the next street over. I heard it before I saw it.
Oh, we're gonna see it now.
3 older boys from school in Hitlerjugend uniforms. And Lotte, you can guess what they did. She was on the floor. I was there. I don't know.
But you didn't.
There it is.
They noticed me, confronted me. Confronted. No, that's rich. They didn't even have to threaten me. I ran away anyway. I didn't see her after that. Not until... The dogs woke me up. They started barking as soon as the cars pulled in. It was the middle of the night. I saw them from my window. They kicked the door in. Herded them out like animals. Like filth. Lotte was the last one. I know how it sounds, but before disappearing into the van, for just a moment, she turned towards me. As if she knew I was there.
I see.
Oh, well, this is heavy.
Would you say then that this work, what we're doing here, is personal for you?
Yes, very much.
A pity. I must say, Miss Katz, I cannot overstate that this isn't and cannot be, or about me for that matter, nor should it be about your friend, as tragic as her story is. We are not heroes here. Our goal isn't to avenge, heal, our task, our duty. We are prosecutors. We make sure that all actions have consequences.
That is true. I should be punished.
That's the only way. That is why I want to see you in court tomorrow. Not to make it up to your friend. Not to ease your guilt. Not even to give Miss Kazmirek or her family their closure. The one reason you should stand in that courtroom tomorrow is to see justice done, because that is our duty.
All right.
I still need to get Paula to prepare the indictment.
So, who went into the room? Right, only after 3 months to have passed may letter be written, receive interval so week. The letter may not be larger volume than this one. The above number must always be indicated on the envelope. Postcard Gradley. Visitors are allowed every 2 months. What's yours? Your before it's scuff. Oh, I really want to do this. Like, (10:25 a.m.) Okay. I'm working towards everything. 10:25 a.m. 002. See, I feel like it's this one, 002. Maybe. Let's have a look. Noah forced me out into the kitchen. Held into the kitchen, then he proceeded to search Noah. Wagner. I mean, even he himself said he went into it. Okay, let's go with this.
Miss Katz.
As ready.
Isn't that all? I'll start in the meantime. Thank you, Lord, for...
There's nothing left for me to do. I should call it a day.
$2.15. It's fine.
It's time. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Anna Kazmirek was a barely 19-year-old girl who had just lost everything she could call hers. She was the only daughter of a sickly widow and the only one who could provide for both of them. She had friends, she had a boyfriend. She had dreams, hopes. She had a future. We are not here today to debate the accusations against her or the possibility of her guilt. We are here because of the crimes against her. On the morning of October 20th, 1944, 2 officers of the Schutzpolizei arrived at the temporary lodgings of Anna Kazmirek. The reason behind their visit was an anonymous phone call made earlier that same morning. The caller had reported a theft, naming Ms. Kazmirek as the perpetrator.
I can still move.
This anonymous caller was Emilia Becker. Anna Kazmirek was tortured and killed because Emilia Becker reported her to the police.
I'd never... What is the meaning of this?
The meaning is you'll finally get what you deserve.
Order! Mr. Chairman, I must object. Miss Katz has yet to present any tangible proof backing her claim. Yes, there are testimonies, of course. But they are contradictory and unreliable. For example, according to Emilia Becker, it was in fact Mr. Kirchmann who made the call.
Even if true, that in itself would not constitute a criminal act. He would be merely fulfilling his civil duty.
Naturally. Now, he and Miss Grunewald would disagree, of course. But Mr. Kirchmann was the boyfriend, Miss Grunewald the best friend, and both made their prejudice against Mrs. Becker clear, rendering their accusations hardly reliable.
Objection sustained. Unless Miss Katz can
Certainly, Mr. Chairman.
I hope it's... No! It's... Oh, no. Okay. That means I have to do it through this strategy here. No, but the thing is, 10:25 the officer showed up. That means someone called earlier, so that was the... No, I had the proof. Okay, I'm loading the file.
I don't...
No. It was the guy. It was the guy. He was the one who called. It talks about a male caller at 10:25. It's him. He's literally the only male.
It's time. Thank you, Anna Katz. She had. We are here on the moment. The reason the call. This caller was not leaving his motivation because of his accusations. Anna Kazmirek was tortured.
That's right.
10:25 male.
What?
Order.
Objection,
Mr. Hauptner.
According to Mr. Kirchmann, the person to make the coup, having she called the put,
Mr. Chen,
which in itself does not constitute. So I must.
Objection, unless Miss.
Certainly, Mr. Chen.
I have proof. I have proof. It's probably not gonna be under this. Yeah, it's my word against yours. So, here is the conclusion, okay? So, in the case file, suspects, we have this file here that shows all the time frames that the phone have happened. Then, we need to link that to this one that talks about it. So here, we know that. And now we need the old file that proves what time the arrest was happening, 10:25. So that means the phone call happened earlier than that, maybe. No. So, officers detachable anonymous call from 10:25. A phone call. We go 10:25, the ID 002. Hello, how's Bob? Bob's chilling back. We're solving mysteries. Ah, here's Bob. Just vibing in the jar. His shower's coming up as well. So, he, 002. And 002 is this one here. Hold on. 002. Male caller.
The call in question has been recorded under the number 4410200002 and was made at 10:25. According to the police documentation, the caller was male, leaving us with just one suspect.
What?
The accused, Wolfgang Kirchmann.
Boom. I said the first time I got thrown off by the...
You've proven your point, Miss Katz. Objection overruled.
You piece of shit.
Miss Grunewald, this is a court of law.
I can't say shit.
Tragedy.
Let's proceed. Miss Katz?
During the interrogation of Miss Kazmirek, the officers recovered a suitcase hidden in a room. It matched the description of the stolen items provided in the phone call. As you have heard, however, some of the witnesses claim that said suitcase was planted.
So, nobody planted the suitcase.
It is the prosecution's belief that this was not the case. The suitcase was found in Miss Kazmarek's room because she had brought it there. Which is not to say we believe the accusations that were levied against her. It is our stance that the suitcase in question belonged to Miss Kazmarek and her mother.
I see. Does the defense have anything to add in this question?
No, Mr. Chairman. For once, I would say Miss Katz seems to
What do
have
you mean
it right.
for once?
I have to disagree. The question of the suitcase appears to be crucial to this case, and it needs as such. I'm surprised the prosecution has shown, according to both Mrs. Grunewald and Mr. Kirchmann, the supposedly looted suitcase was planted in the victim's room. Planted by Mrs. Becker, while the victim was being interrogated.
Miss Katz, your response
Easy.
is that...
Certainly.
It's probably not going to be a single document, though. I wonder if this would let me. Because this shows that... I saw her bring a suitcase to her apartment, put it under the bed.
Miss Kazmarek admitted to having taken the suitcase, not only in her testimony, questionable as it was.
They made her say it! We did no such thing, Mr. Chairman.
But also in her final letter to her mother.
There it is.
In it, she specifies she had believed it to be theirs because of a characteristic red scarf. The same scarf is described in the evidence form for the recovered suitcase.
Miss Katz, you've proven your point.
Yes.
Objection overruled.
Crap! It was Becker! It had to be.
As if she brought it all on herself.
Please continue, Miss Katz.
Taking screenshots.
Halfway through their interrogation, one of the officers left for the victim's room and searched it for the suitcase in question. It is possible that, having found it, this officer could have left the building, placing him away from the crime scene for the events that followed.
So, what I think happened, you were here. You were here. You were here. You were here. And you were here.
The officer in question was the accused Otto Wagner.
Objection. According to the testimony of Mrs. Grunewald, it was Mr. Novak who searched the room.
I don't know how to prove
Mr.
this.
Hauptmann, you're not suggesting we take the word of a felon over that of an officer of the law.
I'm suggesting we consider the words of our witnesses. And if the character of Mrs. Grunewald gives my colleague pause, I remind you she's not the only witness to claim so. The accused Becker also recognized the deceased Mr. Novak as the officer who recovered the suitcase.
Miss Katz, if you have any...
Gladly, Mr. Chairman.
Prove it. How do I prove it? How do I prove it? Record interrogation won't help. What is this? I have snag and how can you prove it? That's the issue I'm having now. No. This is a difficult one. The watchmaster recovered the following. Did I do this wrong? I feel like it's gonna be something to do with the suspects. That's the thing. So bad he injured his wrist, so that's proof for after. I checked the album and found photo with them one. There's the injured wrist. We use this, that's useless. So that's the older guy. That's true! Oh, hold on. Fine, I never trusted. Turns out she's good for that. A looter count. The kind officer said there's a difference. Showed me the suit. Oh, I made a mistake. It's not Otter. It was the other guy who searched it and then left. Oh, because Otter then beat him. This is one of the proofs, but like, oh no. It's fine. I think I'm just gonna take my L's. I think I'm gonna take my L's and it's fine. Guys, it's 2:36
I
a.m.
don't see how this serves as evidence of your claims. Objection, Miss Katz.
Here, I need to bring your attention to the crime treason. Yet, how did this change? When did theft become looting?
Probably not. Okay. So, who made sure Anna was considered a traitor? Can I... Oh, I can sign multiple people. I think they both lied.
It was because of the words of Emilia Becker.
Oh, finally, that's right.
Mrs. Gruner.
Following the retreat, she claimed the suit I did not and had been taken from the ruins of a voluntary evacuated building.
That's right. I heard her.
It is the prosecution's position that she knew this would qualify the supposed crime.
This is madness!
Mrs. Becker did so fully aware of how harsh the verdict would be.
Objection. Why has the prosecution chosen to ignore the testimony of Mrs. Becker? She states clearly that it was Wolfgang Kirchmann who told the officers the suitcase had been looted rather than stolen. That because of him, Miss
Katz.
Certainly.
Can I just submit? Can I just submit it? Can I...
In her diary, Mrs. Becker claimed to have seen Miss Kazmirek during the act of the supposed looting.
Oh, for the love of God!
As you can see, she referred to the victim as a Polak, in light of her mother's descent, the topic of which would later be used to justify the harshness of her verdict. Mrs. Becker, may I add, remains the only person claiming to have seen Miss Kazmirek commit any crime.
Thank you, Miss...
And you know what? I do it again.
Mrs. Becker.
Are you all blind? Are you idiots? So what if the damn suitcase wasn't mine? So what if I embellished it a little bit? She wasn't some innocent angel, you idiots. The damn Polak was a thieving, manipulating whore.
Oh.
Order. This is a court of law, not some Sunday market, and you will behave accordingly, Mrs. Becker.
Ha!
The same goes for you, Mrs. Grunewald. Now, let the record show that the prosecution has proven their accusation, and that the accused has admitted to it. Miss Katz, proceed to your next point.
The final question remains. Today we've heard from 4 witnesses whose recollections of the events varied, to say the least. Yet, they all shared a common point. One event on which all witnesses agreed. Anna Kazmirek did not confess of her own will. Anna Kazmirek was tortured.
That's the thing, is...
She was beaten by the accused Otto Wagner, who inflicted significant bodily harm upon the girl, repeatedly assaulting her until she admitted her guilt. She was forced to give a confession that would satisfy the officer, without regard for its veracity.
Objection.
Let's hear it.
The only witness claiming to have, and from his test, it is the defense's opinion. It was the defendant, Mr. Wagner himself.
Miss Katz.
Certainly,
I do
Mr.
have
Chairman.
proof. I have proof. Alright, suspects, let's go with this. That picture, it shows the injury. The document that says submit. And then one final letter from the actual thing.
In this photo, you can see an officer with bruises on his hands, which would match those you could
There
get
we go.
by, for example, beating somebody up. This officer is none other than the accused Otto Wagner, and the photo was taken on the day of Ms. Kazmirek's arrest. Mr. Novak, who's also present in the center of the photo, has no such marks.
Very well. I consider your claims proven.
But I had to.
Oh.
She wouldn't admit it. She just wouldn't. She was guilty. She was. I was just doing the right thing.
I've heard enough. All rise. This court has reached the following verdict. In the case of the defendant Wolfgang Kirchmann...
Hauptmann.
Yes. Hauptmann Wolfgang Kirchmann. Born March 17th, 1924, residing at Buschstraße 34, Bonn. For the crime of deprivation of liberty resulting in death, this court finds the defendant not guilty.
What?
As the prosecution proved, Ms. Kazmirek was arrested due to the report made by the defendant. However, as the theory was presented, there is no indication of this being a criminal act. Hauptmann Kirchmann's actions were simply to report a suspected crime. In doing so, he did not break any laws, neither contemporary nor present. Hauptmann Kirchmann, you are discharged. Next in the case of the defendant Emilia Becker. Born December 4th, 1924, residing at Kaiserstraße 11, Brunswick. The defendant is found guilty of the crime of murder through indirect perpetration.
What?
Considering the prosecution's proof, no other verdict can be justified. Anna Kazmirek's death was a direct result of
We
the
didn't do
defendant's
properly.
premeditated actions and knowingly false testimony.
No. No. This isn't possible. I did nothing wrong.
Defendant Emilia Becker, you are hereby sentenced to life imprisonment. And lastly, in the case of defendant Otto Wagner, born February 23rd, 1918, residing at Georg Westermann Allee 75, Brunswick. For the crime of assault for coercion of confession, this court finds the defendant guilty as an accessory. While the prosecution has proven he was involved in the torture, we cannot be certain if it was by his initiative or that of his...
It was Novak. It was all him, Mr.
Defendant Otto Wagner, you are hereby sentenced to 2 years in prison, on parole. The sentence is suspended for 3 years. This court is adjourned.
Should we look at the real case? Because I don't know if I'm going to be able to replay this. I'm feeling really tired. 3 days after the bombing in city, Emilia Becker filed a complaint about stolen property that she had hidden before the air raid. In her complaint, she named Anna Kazmirek, an acquaintance with whom she was conflict as a suspect. 2 days later, Officer Otto Wagner and Klaus Nowak of the protective police arrived at Anna Kazmirik's temporary lodging, where they interrogate her. She was beaten and forced to prove a confession. The confession perfectly matched the events outlined in Emilia Becker's complaint and was significantly different from the actual events, which would be confirmed by multiple witnesses decades later. Within 24 hours solely on her confession, Anna Kazmirek was charged and tried looting under the ordinance against called the People's Pestle. Despite her lack of previous criminal history, the absence of any evidence or corroborating testimony, and the positive impression she left on the court, Anna Kazmirek was found guilty and sentenced to death. Then in the trial, none of the available witnesses for the defense were called. No attempt to question Anna Kazmirik's confession was made. Anna Kazmirek was executed by guillotine in the year 1952-1960, there have been 5 attempts to overrun Kazmirik's verdict. All were unsuccessful. It would only be in 1991 that Anna Kazmirik's case was reopened for the final time. For the first time, witnesses whom the previous courts refused to call were allowed to testify. They were all confirmed Anna Kazmirik's innocence. On March 2091, almost 47 years after her execution, Anna Kazmirek was acquitted. There were no condemnation of the original trial. All names used in the game have been changed, similar with the rule. Wow. That's insane.
I'm told that year's Christmas at the Wolfenbüttel Women's Prison was quite an event for the incarcerated. It was in no small regard due to the exemplary work of inmate Becker, who volunteered to help organize it. This sort of activism would take up most of her time, as she took it on herself to return the women there to the Lord. Should a man employed by the state be sent to jail, the law requires him to be sacked. How convenient, then, that Mr. Wagner was sentenced only on parole. He accepted the verdict with, one could almost say, humility, if not for him having the nerve to ask Mrs. Kaczmarek for forgiveness, as he lamented on not having done more to stop the beating, of course. What else could he have possibly meant? The following week, a local newspaper did show a short-lived interest in the still so present issue of police brutality. Due to the lukewarm sales, such articles were quickly dropped in favor of more interesting topics. There seemed to be no emotion on Mr. Cashman's face as the verdict was pronounced. While the room got filled with angry shouts and insults, refutals, denials, he simply stood up, silent, and left. He said goodbye to the city on the same day, taking the evening train south back to Bavaria, where his duty awaited. But it would only be 3 days before we'd hear of him once more. It was the house cleaner who found him in the office on the 2nd floor of his house, in full dress uniform fallen on top of his military decorations, carefully laid out on the desk. The pistol already cold, still in his hand.
He felt guilty,
He left
but
no
why?
letter. The verdict wasn't all we could have hoped for. They so rarely are. Was it enough? Had it been worth it? Sitting in the front row, Theresa Hens didn't seem to think so. Yes, some justice for Anna was achieved, that's true. But after all, justice was not what she had wanted. What she had really wanted was the impossible, her daughter, back. Why are we here? Why do we pick at these old wounds? Why don't we let the past be? It is because it would be too easy to choose to forget, to ignore, to stay silent. And isn't that how we got here in the first place? Acceptance by silence. The silence of the people who all partook in the system that
This game is really
they
heavy.
created and agreed to. They lived in it, obeying, upholding, and empowering its rules. A system that without them couldn't exist. Yes, we cannot undo what has already happened. We cannot undo Miss Kashmirek's death, but we must learn from it.
Those who don't know the history are bound to repeat it.
Justice, not injustice. Right instead of wrong. So no other girl shares the fate of Anna Kashmirek.
They are based off true stories, but it annoys me. Nah, I wanna do it perfect. See, I don't know. It's like so I'm debating if I should. No, I'm gonna accept it. I'm gonna accept my mistake.
Hello? Anybody here?
Another day, true.
Miss Katz, we need to talk about the... We will change the... And I'm afraid
Did I do anything wrong?
it has nothing to do with your performance. Are you familiar with the case Peters has been working on?
Yeah.
The blank suspensions?
Exactly. A witness gave us documents that the SS wanted to destroy. Unfortunately, or rather fortunately, they didn't. These documents prove that certain judges gave blanket acquittals. Of course, we always knew the Nazi state, the problem of people had to be brought there. Which means there were many. There was an entire... With these documents, we could find not only those, but also those who kept the system running.
I actually went to this camp in real life. It's a very heavy
Desk
place to be.
murderers. We will bring them to justice. Together. That's why I can't give you any more cases. We will bring Auschwitz to court.
Thank you for your trust.
Good. Several packages arrived from Poland. These are more lists of the kind. I asked Paula to put them on your desk.
Speaking of which, where is everybody?
Paula has an appointment. Mr. Peters is at court and Mr. Wohlmuth is visiting relatives in Munich. So it's you and me today. Best you get to work. There is a lot to do.
Will do.
A lot to do.
So, what do we have here? Even more of these, of course. And here's our good friend. Another empty one. Figures. That's a new one. Time to expand the suspect list. Wait, this one... I know this one. No. 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 No! Oh God. What do I do now?
It's this individual. Yeah, there's the signature.
I need to tell Mr. But not over...
Oh boy.
Miss Katz.
Mr. Bauer?
What is it?
Yep.
It's about my dad.
Oh! Okay, Whoa.
The Auschwitz execution files, recovered in 1945 from a burning courthouse in Breslau, proved crucial in establishing Frankfurt's
Did I
court
just
jurisdiction
report my own
over the
dad?
Auschwitz complex. The files contained lists of prisoners shot in 1942 during alleged escape attempts and named 37 members of the SS as the shooters.
I just reported my dad.
With their names now known, the prosecution was
No.
able to find over 1,500 witnesses whose testimony served to disprove the validity of those files.
This game really tests your loyalty.
The first Frankfurt Auschwitz trial began on December 20th, 1963. Over the next 20 months, more than 300 witnesses testified to the daily atrocities of the Auschwitz concentration.
That's why I had my dad calling
For
constantly.
many Germans, this was
It
their
was to
first
build
in-depth
emotional
look into the
connection.
horrifying daily routine of
No.
the extermination machinery at Auschwitz. The vast majority of the accused present at the proceedings showed little to no remorse. On August 19, 1965, over 20 years after the end of World War II, the first Frankfurt Auschwitz trial came to a close. 2 more followed. On July 1st, 1968, a month after the last of the trials, Fritz Bauer was found dead in his apartment in Frankfurt. He was 64.
That is amazing. The Darkest Files. I guess that's a fit thing for the name. Wow. This game is fucking heavy. There we have it. And that's the end of the game. Well, probably didn't get the best ending, but you know, I did my best. Thank you everyone watching, and if you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like, subscribe, because I have more coming, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.